Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Mic. Whoops. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Hello. Welcome back to the random show. I don't do numbers anymore, do I? I don't say the numbers. It's what, day 39 of what? What's the number? 505. Episode number 505. 505, day 39 of 44. What's going on, people? What's happening? What's cracking like? And hope you're well wherever you may be. Hope you're doing splendid. This Friday night. Friday night settings. It is 55 minutes past 12. 5 minutes to 1 a.m. 5 minutes to 1 over here in the UK. 5 minutes to 1 on a Saturday evening. Early morning. Saturday evening. We're here, we're out here. What's going on, people? Talk to me in the stream chat. How are you? How are my levels, by the way? Because I don't want to scream and shout, but how are my levels? I'm going to be about here, this distance. How are my levels? Let me know. A bit oily looking as well. Put a bit too much moisturizer on, but we move as per usual, right? Dip my face in some olive oil, but we move. Just got back from the gym as well. Just got back from the gym. Fairly decent little pump and workout. I'm kind of enjoying. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of enjoying how antisocial the world is becoming. Everyone's kind of like, everyone's sort of on my wave. I'm pretty antisocial for the most part. I do like to go out, but for the most part, I like to keep myself to myself. But it is quite nice to see that I'm not the only one. You go in the gym now on the Friday night and it's quite packed, surprisingly so. And it's not just dudes, there's girls in there too. So it's not just lonely men, there's women in there too who could be out doing their own thing, but they're not. So I'm kind of enjoying, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of enjoying the fact that a lot of people are out here just doing what they want to do, innit? Solo missions, not doing the standard thing of going in bars and getting themselves drunk stupidly. Like, I don't know, just do that shit at home, man. Just do it at home if you can. If you can do it at home with a buddy, why not? If you can do it by yourself, why not? Slap on some Discord, put on some YouTube, and just do it that way, bro. Being outside is long, unless it's worth it. Being outside is long, especially nowadays. So it's quite cool to see what I'm seeing out there. It's quite cool. Big up the stream chat though. Big up Old Man Tibber, I see you. Big up LB, what's going on? Purple Pitch, Abe Martinez, what's going on? Stevie M, Casey Shuffle, what's going on? Who's that? Patagonia. I love that name. Big up Patagonia, what's good? Big up Animal Rights Worldwide. Big up Animal Rights Worldwide. If I can do it, then why can't you? No, I don't get that reference. Tell me the reference. Big up Animal Rights. Big up Tim W in the stream chat too. Big up Tim W. So we got a bunch of stuff to get through. Too many things to get through, actually. But I'm happy to get through them with you. Lovely people. So, as per usual, what we're doing today and throughout the next few days, we're trying to ramp up the membership numbers. I probably won't come close to hitting my target, but one can dream. I think I'm currently on about 194, I think, members, I think I'm about 194 members. So if you want to join and become a part of those members and get us closer to hitting the 500 member goal target, you can click the link in the description to become a member, or you can click the little $sign in the chat box to become a member. Also, gift memberships, all that malarkey. Memberships start from $1, and I think there's two tiers only, a $1 tier and a $4.99 tier. Both tiers allow you to take part in member only live streams. You get access to member only videos and all of that malarkey. Member only live streams will be starting properly tomorrow. So I think from tomorrow onwards, most of the streams I'll be doing on Random Show will be member only chat. And then obviously I think the Sunday one will be a member only live stream. Tomorrow will be access to everybody, but it'll be a member only chat. So if you want to get access to the chat and be a part of it, make sure you click the link in the description and get one of two memberships, the $1 one or the $4.99 one, and you can get access to all of that shit. And who knows, maybe by Tuesday, I think, Wednesday, maybe I'll come closer to my target. Probably won't, but still, who knows? Apart from that, if you don't want to do all that shit, that's all well and good. Just make sure you smash the like button. If you don't want to do all of that, it's okay. Just make sure you smash the like button along the way. Hit the subscribe button too if you want to take part in the chat also. I think because of now, I think the chat is subscriber only. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, all that good YouTube shit, so you can be alerted for when I decide to live stream. Anyway, let's jump into the show. First topic. David. What the hell is going on with this guy, man? This might be one of the only times in my lifetime that I've noticed or seen like a, like the internet figure out somebody might be behind the crime, but then the police not acting on it. Or this is also the first time I think I've seen a prominent African American person who's maybe suspected of committing a crime not being arrested. Like, he hasn't been arrested this entire time. He hasn't been arrested. I did read an article recently about David where it said that the police had ruled him out as a suspect. I remember reading that. So I'm not sure if that's true, but I remember reading somewhere that the LAPD had ruled him out as being a suspect of the death of that young girl whose body was found in his Tesla that was left in the car impound, or like an impound lot, whatever it may be. I think it's to be scrapped, or maybe, I'm not too sure. But regardless, could this be one of those things where we've all got it wrong? Could it be possible? Could it be possible that all of us internet sleuths, all of us severely online people who think we've figured out what happened, could it be that we're all wrong and the police have actually got it right, and that maybe this David guy isn't actually the person responsible for that girl's death, and maybe she died because of misadventure or something? Because that could be possible, right? She could have possibly died through misadventure. Maybe, like, I don't know, they have some sort of argument, they've got a toxic relationship. The relationship, he should probably be in prison anyway for the relationship, right? Because this girl, I think even when she died, she was like underage anyway. And they're alleging that he might start dating her when she was like 13 or something. But could we see a scenario where they got into some sort of argument and then she went to hide in the car and then somehow got stuck in the boot and couldn't get out, ran out of air, and then died in there? Is that possible? I don't know. But it does seem very strange that he hasn't been picked up. He hasn't been charged. I don't think he's even I think he's been questioned. He got questioned in the beginning, but he hasn't been charged just yet. So maybe he didn't do it, or maybe he might be one of the only people. We don't see it nowadays too often. Maybe what actually happened is this. Maybe he might be one of the only modern day criminals, or potential criminals, whatever, suspected criminals, sorry, we've seen who actually did the crime properly. If that makes sense. Like, they made sure that they, wiped the prints. There was no cameras around. Like, they did all the things that you're meant to do to make sure that you're not a suspect. And now technically he's not a suspect. That could be possible because usually, we're so used to people being dumb in terms of criminals or crimes that they commit and stuff, and getting caught for the most, stupid thing or like an oversight. Maybe he could be one of the rare people who planned this whole thing meticulously to the point where it might look like he done it, but there's no proof to show that he done it. There's no proof that would make you, be willing to take him to the court of law and say, yeah, this guy's on it. I'm not too sure. Yeah, big up, bro. They found her chopped up, but how chopped up though? I don't know, because we haven't got details really. Like, what's a dismembered? I remember they said dismembered. What do they mean? Was her head off? Like, what? Was her limbs off from her body? I don't know what the details are. It just seems strange because it seems quite obvious that he's involved, but the police haven't picked him up yet. So are the police doing what they should be doing and putting together a solid case before they pick him up, or is there no evidence tying him to the murder? Because I'd imagine if you dismember somebody, there's a lot of evidence you're going to leave behind, isn't it? Right? If you dismember somebody, unless you're fucking Dexter with the fucking knives and shit, right? Unless you've got some background in like butchery or something, I think most people, if you dismember somebody, you're going to leave some level of evidence behind, You're going to leave something behind. So the fact that he hasn't so far is very disturbing. And this recent update is also really interesting too. It says David puts his Texas homes in his mama's name. So I'm guessing he's trying to do this to avoid, you know, anything getting taken away from him if he does eventually get picked up. Maybe this is a sign he's going to get picked up soon. I don't know. It says David is making some real estate moves as cops investigate the death of the 14-year-old Celeste Rivas. Oh, she was 14. She wasn't 15. She was 14. God damn it. Whose decomposing corpse was found in his Tesla. He transferred 2 of his Texas homes to his mother. According to new legal documents obtained by TMZ, the singer transferred the deeds to 2 Houston area residences he owns under a trust to his mother. I guess he's trying to do the same thing that Hakimi did. Hakimi, a player for PSG, was accused of raping some woman, and when it got into court, I think they found out through the court proceedings that he's got nothing in his name. He gets his salary, but he doesn't own anything. Everything is in his parents' name. I think a lot of guys were viewing that as a victory, but I don't know. I'm thinking if you're a dude and you get accused of rape, and then it goes to court and they find out that all your assets are in your parents' name or not in your name, it would make me think you're more guilty than, you know what I mean? That just gives me the feeling that you're probably guilty. Like, why are you doing all of that? You know, I'd want to prove my name. I'd want to clear my name in a court of law properly. I wouldn't want to, you know, be exonerated or have the case thrown out through a technicality, or I don't know, strange thing. But I've heard some people do it. I've heard this is a thing going, especially with young athletes, of putting everything under a trust, and then in leaving that trust to somebody in your family that you obviously quote unquote trust, so that if anybody comes after you, you're not going to be personally liable or something. I think so. Don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I think. So let's scroll down. David made the changes on September 18th and September 22nd, and the 18th was the same day the cops were called to one of his homes for a swatting incident. The caller, who was apparently using a device to mask their voice, falsely reported the shooting and a dead female victim. It looks like his parents and his siblings were already living in one of the homes when cops showed up to swatting call. His parents answered the door and told police David's younger brother and sister were upstairs. As we reported, LAPD executed a search warrant on the LA rental home where David was living on September 17th. Fucking hell, what a crazy story, man. David, a government name David Anthony Burke, is tied to the shocking discovery of Celeste Rivas' body last month. She had been reported missing from her Lake Elsinore, California home in early 2024. Authorities believe that she may have been dead for weeks before a decomposing body was found in a Tesla. I'd imagine, it was found in the front trunk. Okay, I take that back then. I thought her body was found in a boot. It was found in the front trunk. I watch a lot of Tesla videos because I'm an Elon fanboy, and I know that Tesla front trunks or frunks are small. They're tiny. They're not the same. The frunk looks like it's going to be the surface area of the bonnet, but it's not. It's quite small. It's probably the size of like a carry-on luggage, maybe sideways. That's probably what it fits. A carry-on luggage sideways. It's not that big at all. So if this 14-year-old girl's body was in there, it must have been all twisted up and shit. I mean, all twisted up, limbs not attached to the body. Yeah. That must have been a gruesome sight for whoever found it. That must have been a gruesome sight for whoever found her body. Could you imagine the stench from that, especially in that heat? God damn. R.I.P. to Celeste Rivas, man. R.I.P. What a horrible, horrible way to go out. God almighty. 14 years old, you know. David cancelled the rest of his tour and put his deluxe album on hold. He has not been seen in public since then. We reached out to David's lawyer for comment. So far, no word back. So yeah, let's see what happens, man. But I'm just curious to see how. I'm just very fascinated in the fact that this guy's not been picked up yet. He's not been arrested. Nothing. Zero. What did the police know that we don't? Could he possibly have been the one that didn't do it? But then, even if you didn't do it, like continuing on your tour when your ex-girlfriend's body was found in the front of your trunk, cut up and shit, that's sadistic as well, isn't it? That's a bit weird too. Carrying on your tour when you know your fucking girlfriend's body was found in your car, like, so bizarre, man. But he's an artist, though. You know, artists are usually very selfish, narcissistic and shit. So that could be a point of it, but I don't know. People don't. Yeah, I don't know. It's all over the place. It's all over the place. It's all over the place. Let's see how it plays out. Let's see how it plays. Big up CBM. Now, is he black man involved in this in America? Protect your assets and family's wealth. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Big up Assad Aziz. Define dismembered. What do you mean by romantic homicide? Is hilarious. Or it could have been a Tesla Cybertruck failure. Tesla's about to sue the Cybertruck not opening its doors after a crash. Wow. No way. Is that true? No, that's not true. Stevie M. Cybertruck? What? No fucking way is that true. Cybertruck. What's that? Crash. Free teenagers. Door. Let's see. Are you telling the truth here? Oh my god. Stevie M, why are you doing this to me, bro? Why are you doing this to me? Pick up Stevie M. Why are you doing this to me, Stevie M? Lawsuit blames Cybertruck door handles for death of 3 teenagers. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why haven't I heard of this? 2 Bay Area families are suing Tesla over the death of their 19-year-old daughter and 20-year-old son. Oh my god, RIP. After a crash left them and one other teenager dead, trapped inside the vehicle. So all 3 died, no one survived. Yeah, it says, hold on. 19-year-old daughter, 20-year-old son. So a family is suing that because that's their daughter and their son. And then that other kid also died. So all 3 died. Trapped inside the vehicle due to the lawsuit alleges a poor door handle design. The lawsuit traces back to 2024 crash on Thanksgiving Eve in Piedmont, California, where a Cybertruck carrying 4 college students crashed into the tree and a wall, causing a fire. As a result of the crash, the Cybertruck's electronic door handles, oh yeah, it doesn't have, oh my god, it doesn't have door handles on the outside, innit? They only, I'm pretty sure Tesla don't have door handles on the outside. No way. No longer works, and the passengers were trapped inside. A surveillance video released by the California Highway Patrol showed the Cybertruck's final moments, rounding a curve at high speed, seeming to lose control of the rear of the vehicle as it crested a hill, with a large flash 7 seen in the video after the Cybertruck leaves the frame. A friend in another vehicle that had been following the Cybertruck stopped, managed to break the front passenger window after 10 to 15 hits with a fallen tree branch, and one of the passengers got out of the vehicle, but the other 3 passengers died inside of asphyxia from smoke inhalation and had burns on their body. Oh my god. Oh my god. Tesla's vehicle typically do receive high scores of passenger safety on crash tests, and Teslas are touted as having armor glass, as being hard to break despite a famously failed demo of Cybertruck's introduction. And it appears that the occupants did not die from the crash oh my god, this is what makes it worse. The occupants did not die from the crash impact itself, but rather from being trapped inside and the resulting smokes and burns. Look at them, absolute babies, man. RIP. What's that? Crystal Shukara, Jack Nelson, and Soren Dixon. RIP. Oh my fucking god. That is crazy. Yo, they're in so much trouble. They're in so much, Tesla's in so much trouble, bro. Oh my god. If I'm not mistaken, Tesla car doors don't have a handle on the outside, innit? I'm pretty sure you have to come with a fob, and then it's a thing you kind of put your fingers and you pull it. There's no handle. But on the inside, is there a handle? I'm not sure if there's a handle. There must be a handle on the inside. That's how you're gonna open it. Or maybe there's not. Is it like a physical handle that you open? I'm not too sure. But that is horrible, bro. So the doors wouldn't open. Fuck. The 3 college, big up, what's that? They pop out when pressed if it's unlocked. No, but on the outside, Assad, I'm sure there's no handles of on a Tesla Cybertruck. I'm sure there's no. Let me just Google it. I'm sure there's no door handles on a Tesla Cybertruck. Cybertruck door handle. I'm sure there's no actual door handle. It's just you have to put your finger in the gap. Yeah, see? There's no door handle on the outside. I'm pretty sure there's none. Yeah, there's no door handle on the outside, so you have to tap that button, or you come close to it and then it kind of like it's open slightly, and then you put your finger and you pull it. It's pretty shit. It's a pretty shit system, I'm not gonna lie. I've watched so many Tesla Cybertruck videos because, you know, I'm a Tesla fanboy, so I've watched a lot of this. I know there's no actual physical door handle. See, look. Let me get this picture up for you guys. It's a really strange system anyway, that I never thought, like, oh my god, that's so horrible. But look, see, you see the side, you know, so that's the door. So there's a button that you can press, but then when you press the button, it kind of pops the door open. It doesn't open it fully. It pops. It's an electric button, and it pops the door, and you kind of put your finger and you pull it. But I don't know if on the inside of the door there's a handle. That's what I mean. And there's no handle on the outside, but I wonder if in the inside there's a handle. But still, this is not good safety, is it? Surely, exactly. Pick up Apex Putter. There should be some sort of manual override. The manual override should be like a physical handle coming out. But I wonder if there's like a latch on the inside, like a door handle on the inside of the truck, like here. Is there one? Yeah, there must be one here, innit? Maybe these flaps here. Maybe these flaps are the handles. You flick it up like that, and it pops the door open. I don't know. Or is it electric again? Is it electric too on the inside? It must be, right? Why would they have it electric on the outside, not on the inside? I don't know how door. Because I think if it's electric on the outside, it has to be electric on the inside. So those kids inside, there's a chance, did they? Yeah, there's no handle. You see, there's no. Yeah, I don't see an extra handle. Maybe these flaps there are the handles. I don't know. But oh my god, what a horrible story, man. The 3 college students who died were Crystal Sukarara, I think, Soren Dixon, and Jack Nelson. Dixon had been driving the vehicle, and the post-crash investigation discovered that all 3 had been under the influence at the time of the crash. Okay, so that's maybe how Tesla are gonna worm their way out of it, isn't it? That's probably how Tesla are gonna worm their way out of it. These kids were drinking, probably doing drugs. But this is still a tragedy. This could have been avoided if the door could open. But Tesla's probably going to worm their way out of this because the kids were under the influence. They were obviously drunk or something, or high. All were high school friends from college. Were home from college for Thanksgiving and had spent the night out together on what was known to be one of the worst drunk driving nights of the year. After the crash, Sukara's family filed a lawsuit against the estate of Dixon and the driver of the car. Really? Wow, the family sued the other family. The car belonged to Dixon's relative. The Sukaras have now amended their case to include Tesla as a defendant after the post-crash investigation suggested that the car's design contributed to the deaths, blaming the door handles that are difficult to operate and doors and windows that are hard for rescuers to access. Oh my god. Oh my god. So you sell a car with toughened glass in it, right? The whole idea about it is that it's got toughened glass, it's got these doors that are really hard to break, and you can shoot a bullet, an arrow through it, and they're kind of bulletproof, kind of, but not really. But nobody at Tesla thought, what happens if someone gets into a car accident? What happens if that car gets on, explodes or is on fire? How are you going to get people out? That same toughened glass and those really strong doors are then going to become hindrances, right? They're going to impede any rescue attempt, like, cause it's going to be hard to smash the glass. It's going to be hard to fucking hell, man. Nelson's family filed a separate lawsuit with the same allegations. The door handle was in focus. Tesla vehicles have an electronic door handle with the outer door handles that are flush against the vehicle. This enhances the sleek look. However, it also leads to a confusing operation as each car the company has released so far has had different door handles in different places on the vehicle with different method of operating them. This also means that the outer door handles can be hard to operate in an emergency situation, because not every firefighter knows what a fucking Tesla door handle looks like. In the crash described above, the rescuer had to bash the Cybertruck's window 10 to 15 times. Imagine trying to do that whilst you're breathing in all that smoke, panicking, stressed. After having failed to punch it with his fist, an externally operable door handle would have perhaps resulted in a different outcome. Further, the interior door release can be confusing in an emergency situation. Normally, one just presses the interior door release button, which operates electronically. However, there's a problem with the vehicle. The system can become disconnected. Oh my God, requiring a manual release. Every Tesla has a manual release, but it's often hidden in a place that passengers may not know. So there's a manual release to override the circuits going off, but you won't find it unless you're the owner of the car, right? You won't know where it is unless you own the car. It might be under the seat or something. On the Cybertruck, the front manual door release is relatively easy to access, just in front of the window switches. Indeed, sometimes the passengers will accidentally pull this lever. So that's the manual. So the front manual release is that. Oh my God, bro, why is this car made so badly? I never thought about these these particulars. Why is it made so badly? Why is it designed so badly? Such a confusing system. Front manual release. Those front two switches there. Rear manual door release. So it's a different switch at the front than at the back where the passengers are sitting. The rear release is much harder to find. To access it, one must remove the rubber mat from the mat pocket, revealing a mechanical release cable. Oh my God. It's underneath. No fuck. Honestly, how are Teslas on the road? I love Elon. I love you. But how the fuck is this Cybertruck on the road? So if your Tesla Cybertruck explodes or catches fire and the batteries are on fire, so the circuits won't work and the electric is gone, and you need to jump out of your Cybertruck, you have to remember, or you have to know imagine if you're a passenger. Imagine if your friend picks up in a Cybertruck, you have no idea what Cybertruck is, you're in the back seat having a blast with your friend driving. Your car crashes. The car crashes. It's on fire. You want to get out of the car. You have to somehow know that the manual release to get that back door open is to take off this flap, which is underneath, and then you got to pull a blue ribbon. Like, what? How the fuck will you remember all of that in the heat of the moment? Like, while you're stressed, while you're on fire. Like, oh my God. This is such a horribly designed car. Exactly, like a CVM. Exactly. Wait, I'm crushed. Let me lift the flap. Exactly. Hold on one second. I know my knees. I know my vertebrae. I know my hip is turned into fucking paper mache. Wow. I didn't know it was that poorly designed. But the rear release is hard to find. Sukara's parents say that she was alive after the crash. She called out for help and she couldn't get out. It is conceivable that a simpler door release handle could have resulted in a different outcome. Though 3 of the vehicle doors were obstructed by the wall and the tree it had been crushed into, the right door of the CEO occupied by Nelson was unobstructed according to the Nelson's lawsuit. Jesus Christ, though, man. They wrapped that car is oh yeah. Tesla's other cars have been similarly hidden medical releases. These designs have resulted in criticism and have been the focus of government agency recently. Tesla is currently being investigated by the NHTSA over the door handle design. Yo, how is that door handle design legal? How is that legal? Honestly, how is that legal? Elsewhere in the world, Chinese auto regulators are mulling a ban on the retractable door handles, as many sleek new EVs have taken to the trend. Tesla started with its flush door handles. There have been several lawsuits against Tesla, the deaths of vehicles often associated with the electric's take. When I was first in high school, a very similar accident happened. A large SUV was speeding around a corner, lost control and rolled. The teens inside were under the influence, though the driver wasn't in this case. It was national news and significantly affected our community. Many other communities have felt the same. It's a common story, and yet we have to keep building these giant lumbering land yachts, thinking that these enhance safety when it doesn't. That's somewhat of an aside here. If the Cybertruck were more nimble or less impenetrable, maybe the crash results would have been different. But the focus on the door handles is one simple, clear change that could have saved life. Exactly. An easy door handle release would have definitely saved those kids' lives. Tesla has always had weird door handles, and the door handle has always ended up causing some sort of problems. Whether it's overly complicated latches, which make repair costly in the Model S, overly complicated door which delay release like the Model X, or oddly placed manual door releases that cause abnormal wear on the Model 3 and Y. And even the svelte door handles under my original Roadsters, which was currently given a weird problem that I can't even explain here. This is a pattern. And the pattern doesn't stop, just doesn't apply to the handles, but to much of how Tesla works as a company, with the move fast, break things approach common in technology. While Tesla has been innovative, those innovations sometimes have come with less consideration of safety than perhaps they should have. Now with the Cybertruck's deaths, maybe we'll finally get a little reason and have Tesla be more normal with its door handles at least. I don't know, man. If I'm Elon, I don't know how you can sleep at night, bro. I would be in that studio. I'd be in that design studio. I'd be at the HQ fixing this ASAP. If I'm Elon, how can you sleep at night knowing that the way you designed your doors has contributed? I know these kids were under the influence. I get it. They're probably drunk and smashed out their heads. But everyone is saying, the report is basically saying that these kids would have been alive if the Tesla had a normal, if the Cybertruck had normal door handles on the inside you could easily locate and open. Or if the people that were trying to rescue the other, because I think what the driver got out first, right? If he was able to kind of break the glass or get his friends out quicker, it would have been fine. Fucking hell. Fucking hell, bro. This is scary. Scary. Thanks, Stevie M. Thanks. Big up Stevie M for absolutely butchering the mood and destroying my love for fucking Elon.
You have a gun?
Big up Asad Aziz.
Yeah, we should like legalize door handles, man. Yeah.
I'm hearing it in his voice. Why am I hearing it in his voice? That's very well done. That's very, very, very well done, man. Big up Shay's Cow. Elon built that stupid tunnel in Las Vegas. In here in Las Vegas, problem number one: if there's an emergency, there's no way to get to the carcass. Yeah. Not too much on that. That's those tunnels. I'm a big fan of the Boring Company. What the initial idea behind the Boring Company, I was a fan of. But those tunnels, they look very claustrophobic, boy. I'm not gonna lie, they look very claustrophobic. Like, they do not look fun. They do not look fun. No matter how many LEDs, no matter how many RGB lights he puts in those tunnels, they do not look fun. That looks like a very nerve-wracking ride. I'm not going to lie. That loop looks fucking crazy, man. Oh my god. Big up Asada's legalized comedy and Tesla trucks, man. Did anyone tell you that humans are not supposed to be crash test dummies? Exactly. Big up Gamebred Football in the stream chat. Well, go on. Big up Gamebred. This bummed me out, man. This bums me out. RIP to these three young people, man. This bums me out so badly. RIP to all three. RIP to all three. Thoughts and prayers for real go out to their family, man. Can't imagine how they're feeling at the back of this. Fucking hell. Absolutely. And the sad thing is, like, the whole family's been broken, innit? These three deaths. The other two, I think these two's family are suing the family of this kid because he was the one that was driving, I think. So not only obviously the passing of these kids, the deaths in these ways have been brutal. It's also probably fundamentally and forever changed friendship groups. You know, all this malarkey has been forever changed because of the deaths of these kids in that Cybertruck. Fuck. R.I.P. man. R.I.P. R.I.P. Let's move on. Let's do a bit of DSP quickly. There's a new DSP clip. It says DSP stream gets flagged and age restricted again. we'll get sick from wearing headphones. Okay, cool. I'm actually, you know what? Before I do this, I want to pop open a beer actually, because it's a fucking Friday night. Let's get. Even though I've been to the gym, it's not the best idea for the gains, but still, let's do it. Let's crack open the beer. I bought myself a nice little beer. Bought one of these ones. Have you guys seen this? This brand, FS. This is quite tasty actually. This one I bought this from my local off license. As you can tell, it's nice and chilled, ready to fucking go. Right, there we go. FS. I don't know where's it actually from anyway. Where's it from? Mediterranean slow brew, fresh draft beer taste. Where's it from? Not too sure, to be fair. Doesn't matter. Let's go. It says 5% alcohol, so let's go. Minus, is that true? No way. Why you guys giving me bumming news today, man? No way. Amelia Len's also a child. Did she post that on social media or something? How do you know? Did she post that herself on social media? Didn't she just recently post something about her playing with Charlotte DeWitt? Did she post that herself on social? Oh my god. No, fuck. Didn't she recently post on X something? Is that true? I saw this post from her here. This is the last post I saw. I saw this post from her recently that I spoke about with Sarah Landry. But how the hell did you find out about that? Amelia Len's Instagram. Let's see. Oh my god. Wow. Fuck. Oh my god, bro. That is wild. That is wild. Fuck. That is insane. She was all about showcasing the bump. Did she delete all the pictures of her pregnant as well, by the way? There's not a lot of pictures on her profile of her pregnant. Did she delete them all? I'm assuming she must have, right? Because why not? If it's gonna bring you bad memories. Did she delete all the pictures of her pregnant on her feed? Whose kid is that? I don't think that's hers, right? Yeah, I don't think there's not a lot of pictures here of her pregnant on her feed. Did she delete them all? Her getting an IV. 1 in 5 pregnancy ends in oh no, she said it. Before Kiki, I miscarried on a flight to India. I went to the hospital in Delhi. Found out I was pregnant again. Last week I found a blood in my ultrasound. I wish it was normal to say out loud. I'm not sharing this with simple. So when did she lose this baby then? She's a really Samantha B. Emily Len. She's a very, very famous techno DJ. How many followers does she have? Millions. Yeah, very famous techno DJ. She used to be a model back in it. She used to be a model, and then she got into DJing, and it became really popular. I think she's. Is she from Belgium? I think from Belgium or something. But she's big internationally. And she recently became pregnant, but she was playing as well quite heavily. She was playing all around the world quite heavily while she was pregnant too. Where is he? There's not a lot of posts of her pregnant, isn't it? Did she delete them? She must have deleted them all, I think. Because there was bare posts of her pregnant, so she must have deleted them all. Who's that? Is that her? Is that... I'm a mother and a wife I invited to my team. So hold on, does she already have a kid? And she had another one that didn't. I don't really get what's going on with her, to be fair. I'll have to research it properly. So she does have a kid, but I guess she was pregnant with another, but then she lost it, unfortunately. Fuck. Could it be possible to say that it's to blame the workload? You don't want to say that because as a man, it's not really your place to. It's never really our place to speak about those type of things. But there has been a trend lately with like. I'm not sure if it's a girl boss thing or just like, you know, just women just wanting to have more agency. But there has been a big trend I've noticed about women, like, you know, just not stopping while they're pregnant, like grinding, hustling, working a bunch, not putting their feet up, not taking some time off, you know. It's become a thing. It's become, I won't say trendy, but it's definitely become a thing I've noticed quite often or quite regularly these days. And I wonder if that kind of contributed to her miscarriage, or maybe not. Maybe it's just one of those type of things that happens regardless, or it can happen, you know, in just those unlucky circumstances. But that's pretty horrible, man. That's pretty horrible. Jesus, man. Thanks, my nuts. Anyway, let me open this beer. I'll get this. Jesus Christ, man. This show, Friday night show, innit? Fucking hell. Let's open the beer. So let's get the beer open and make sure you grab a drink wherever you are as well. Yeah. Grab a drink too. Wherever you're at, grab a drink too. Let me get this beer open. Yeah, there you go. Cool. Oh, this smells instantly. I haven't smelled a beer in ages, bro. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. That's one of the good things about streaming every day. To be fair, streaming every day keeps you on the straight and narrow. Honestly, streaming every day keeps you on the straight and narrow. I've not seen a baggie. I've not seen a fucking beer in a while. So streaming every day keeps you on the straight and narrow. It's a boring lifestyle, but it definitely keeps you on the straight and narrow. You live like a monk because you need to stream, so you can't really be fucked up and shit. You get me? So yeah, let's get this over there and let's go. Big up everybody. Happy Friday night. Well, that's good actually. That's good. That one. That's good. That ain't too bad actually. That ain't too bad actually. That wasn't too bad. Let's continue. Yeah, big up my nuts. No problem, brother. Big up my nuts. Big up fucking my nuts. Big up fucking my nuts. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. You're a G. Let's go. DSP, let's go. Let's see what he's doing. What's the title again? DSP stream gets flagged and age restricted again. Will get sick from wearing headphones. Let's go.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. Snort, snort, snort. Tell you, drip. Snort, snort.
We got minus. I'm a spark a joint to wish AG a good stream. For the love of God, no kill Tony. I can't promise that, brother. I can't promise that.
I got the drip.
All right, so what we will do, let's hang out for a little bit to build up some attendance before we begin. All right, let's get some support, of course. Today, we're at 2 out of 10 goals hit. Remember that our reward
so annoying
for DSP tries it.
Let's get some support, of course. What do you mean, of course? You entitled donkey.
It is going to be the return to fast food. Arby's has new steak nuggets. And so I'll be trying their steak nuggets, as well as other food. I'm sure I'll get other stuff too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But steak nuggets as the DSP tries it coming up. We got good momentum. Last 2 streams we hit our goals. Let's hit our goals today for the premiere of Battlefield 6. So, all right. So we have a little bit of time. If you guys want to chat, tag me in the chat. And let's get some support rolling. We got a little bit of early support. Let's get that going, right? Let's get some.
I love it. It's always support. It's never money. It's never tips. It's never donations. It's never. No, it's always support. Just say what it is, you fucking donkey. Big up old man Tibber. Hey, Z, I heard the Aussies beer Foster's is the most popular beer in London. Nah, that's not true. I wouldn't say that's true. I'd say what's that thing called? What's the other one? Stella Artois. I'd say Stella Artois is probably more popular, and then probably Heineken, and then what I see people drinking on the streets anyway, or out and about. Stella Artois, Heineken, Kronenberg 1664, whatever it's called. More so than Foster's. I'm not gonna lie. Foster's, what they do with Foster's is that in most shops in the UK they do Foster's. You know, I'm sure you have it in. I'm sure you have it in the States. Maybe it's Bud. I don't know which one it is, but I'm sure you have it in the States where a lot of supermarkets that we have here, they will sell Foster's on a discount. So you could probably get, I don't know, a box of like 36 tins of Foster's for like £20. So they're always really good bargains. So maybe by that, maybe they mean by those type of amounts. But I think daily, what I see people's hands and stuff, what I see selling when I go inside off licenses and whatnot, and liquor stores for the most part is, like I said, Stella Artois, Kronenberg, Heineken, more so than Stella. But Foster's I see sold in supermarkets in like big amounts because it's always heavily discounted, and because it usually tastes like shit. It's kind of tastes like water. It's not that great.
Some support for Battlefield today. If you like Battlefield, I want to play a lot of it this week. I do. So I'm hoping that you guys will join me for it. I'm going to be playing it all day today, Sunday night, Tuesday night, probably even Wednesday night. I'm playing a lot of it this week because then once Pokemon hits, then we're going to have new games for the rotation. All right, who's gonna get stuff started today? We already got.
Okay, who's gonna give me money? Who's gonna give me money now? Honestly, this is one of the things that I'm for all the good that fucking Kino Casino did for DSP or for the Detractorverse and shit. Big up Kino Casino, and they've put out some really cool video. I haven't watched it. I've seen clips, but it's too long for you to watch. But they put out some really cool video called The Dent Zone, where they kind of take the piss out of DSP. But one thing I can never forgive Kino Casino 4 is how they emboldened and how they encourage DSPs begging now, because it was never this bad. Oh, okay guys, come on, who's gonna tip now? Who's gonna give money? Who's gonna do this? I'm never gonna forgive Kino for doing this. Like the battery they put in DSP's back to just come out blatantly and just start shouting and demanding and just chastising and, you know, for lack of a better term, scolding his fans for not giving him money is horrendous. It makes even the clips, it makes them excruciating to watch. Just seeing this guy, like this frail, pale guy, just standing there shaking his jowls like, give me money, give me. It's like, fuck you know, have some shame, man.
A couple super chats. We got a couple kicks. Who's going to be our first sub of the day over on Kick? Who's going to be the first member of the day here on YouTube? And who's going to be our first tip?
That's what he does now normally. This is a new thing now. Every time he streams now, it's not enough. Like, you know, back in the day, it used to be like, oh, you give him £150. No, you give him $150 in tips only. Now it's all changed. Now he counts his tips differently. But one thing that's really pisses me off about him is that he now expects everything. So he needs a membership on Kick. He needs a membership on YouTube. He needs a super chat. He needs a tip. He needs a super fact. You know, he wants every type of monetization that's open. He wants it every time he streams. So it's not even enough. Like if you give him $150 or whatever his target is for a day, that's not enough. He wants it to be evenly spread across. So even if he gets $150 from one person, he'll be angry. He'll be like, okay, that's not enough. I need now subs. Now I need this. Now I need that. It's like, fucking hell, bro. Like, it never ends. It's never enough.
Let's get a little support spread around each method, right? Let's go. So now we have a member. So now we're lacking a sub and a tip. Can we get a sub and a tip before we start with the game? That'd be great to get a sub.
That's good, isn't it, right? Let's hold the game hostage until we get a sub and a tip. Great business. Great entertainment.
Sub and a tip. Then we have one of everything. Cool. All right. A few more minutes here, just chilling, and then we're going to start with Battlefield for the first time. So for the record, a couple things. Number one, I'm still not using headphones. All right, reason being, it has been so hot the last week and a half. It's supposed to have been fall weather, but we didn't get fall weather. We got sun and heat. So because
that's how you know he's a boomer, isn't it? Look at his face, like the eyes as well. Look at who talks like this. That's how you know he's a boomer. These constant weather updates, these constant temperature updates of his studio, of his fucking office, of his snort fort is fucking hilarious. So he can't wear headphones at home because it's too warm. Okay.
That my office has been around 85 to 90 degrees every single day I've been streaming.
Yeah, right. 90 degrees. Yeah, right.
Streaming. Now today, it's cool and raining outside. For now. I'm sorry, I just don't trust weather people at this point. I don't think they know what they're doing.
Weather people are detractors. Weather people, whatever that means, by the way. Weather people are detractors too.
Claiming cool weather, rain all day today. I don't believe it. So that's why I wore a short sleeve shirt. That's why I'm not wearing headphones. I don't want to be in here starting to play Battlefield and all of a sudden the sun comes out and now it's 90 degrees in here and I'm sweating bullets and I get an ear infection from having humid ears inside of headphones. You know?
It doesn't work like that. You don't get ear infections instantly like that from having humid ears. Maybe you don't shower, you don't maybe clean your fucking headphones properly, you don't put them in, you know, air, you don't let them get any air. Maybe they're in fucking cupboards getting all warmed up and covered in fucking, I don't know, mold and shit. But it doesn't work like that. Ear infections don't work like that. But he probably just doesn't shower a lot. That's probably the main reason. He looks like the type of guy that showers once a week.
Understand? So today, I'm not doing headphones, okay? But if the weather holds out, they're actually saying it's supposed to be rainy all weekend. And then next week, even when it's sunny, it's still supposed to be very cool. If that's true, then I'll actually charge my headphones and start using them. All right? But I can't, like right now, I just don't want to take the risk of putting on headphones and then my ears are sweating and I get sick and shit, you know.
He's such a fucking baby, isn't it? He's such a fucking baby. Like the slightest little temperature change, the slightest bit of inconvenience, and he just starts flailing. I might get sick, and then I might die, and if I die, I can't beg. And it's like, shut up, you absolute baby. Big up Joe for MAA.
He's not gonna mess with it. Okay.
Just clean your ears, shower a few more times, and you'll be fine, bro.
No, I love the shirts that I wear during the summertime and spring. I do. You know, I love that style of fashion. To be honest, I don't think that wearing these shirts, you know, it's kind of outdated at this point.
You're also a 42-year-old man wearing gamer shirts. It's a bit, I mean, I don't know, man. You're also 42, you know, or I don't know if he's 44, however old he is. He looks about 50, to be fair. That's his main problem, isn't it? He's probably in his 40s, but he looks like he's in his 50s. Being in your 50s wearing gamer shirts is never it, to be fair.
You know, like these are old shirts. This shirt's like 10 years old, you know. But what am I going to do? I cannot wear double layers when it's 90 degrees in here. It's just not healthy, you know. How do I get sick from that? Because I had chronic ear infections starting.
How do you get chronic ear infections, honestly? If you're not just a dirty, filthy person. What even is that? Chronic ear infections. I guess maybe it's different for him because back in the day, maybe he was live streaming a lot and he had his headphones on the whole entire time. But still, I don't know, man. I think some basic cleanliness and hygiene will probably mitigate all of that, or probably eradicate all of that. What made that such an issue? I'm not going to lie.
In 2020, out of nowhere, and the thing is, I had been streaming with headphones on since 2013. All of a sudden in 2020, I started getting bad ear infections. I got them like 5 times that year, no lie. And then I said, well, I just can't wear headphones anymore. So then for several years, I didn't wear headphones. I either had headphones that were just around my neck, or I bought neck.
Oh yeah, I remember those. Remember that toilet seat he put around his neck because you're so worried about getting ear infections, but you wanted the sound still. So he bought that toilet seat thing. Horrendous headphone design, man. What an absolute idiot.
Phones that actually sat around my neck and would just project the audio into my ears. Well, the thing is, now I've been many years removed from that. So I tried headphones again, and they're fine. But the thing is, I don't want to tempt fate. I'm not going to sit here and use headphones every day. I'll only use them for games where I need them. Where could I use them? FPS games, for sure. You want to hear
Yeah, big up Quesod Moses. Big up Big Booth in the chat. Wild one.
Steps around you and everything, right? So I would love to use headphones, and I did use them for the beta, but now it's too hot. Like, I don't want to be having headphones on, especially the ones I have. They're noise canceling, you know, surround sound, closed ear headphones. I don't want to have that on when it's 90 degrees in here, and then I get an ear infection. So I'm just not going to mess with it. Trust me, if you've had an ear infection, you'd be like, I totally get it. 100%, I totally get it. It's not good. Ear infection.
Most people don't have chronic. Most people don't get 5 ear infections in 1 year. I'm sorry. Most people don't have that.
I swear to God, it feels like someone has a knife and they're just doing this. And it's just so painful. Every time that you have a pulse, your heart beats, it's pain, 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 pain. So, yeah, you don't want it. So I'm just not even going to give it a chance. You can't super chat because someone has flagged my stream again for nonsense.
Great.
Let's see.
Great. This is, by the way, I love a good gay up. I'm not going to lie. I think if anybody deserves to be like mass flagged and reported as DSP, he has so much bad karma piling up in his way. He's obviously he's a pig roach. He's not called a pig roach for nothing. You know, he can withstand a lot. You know, he's still here, for fuck's sake, despite all the things he's done over the years, despite being a really unlikable person in general. He still has fans for some reason who shower him with fucking money and shit. So it is what it is. But it is quite funny. It is quite good to see him get fucked with, especially when it comes to his money, because that's the only thing he cares about. Fucking with him with games and stuff doesn't really matter. But I think when someone takes away his ability to like make money on the stream, I love it, because he starts panicking, because that's the only thing he does it for. He doesn't do any of this stuff just for the fun of it. He only does this for fun, to be able to buy gin, buy his fucking DoorDash orders and shit, and that's it. Which is fine, but you know, at least say that up front. So when someone fucks with his money, I love it.
And it's complete nonsense, because there's nothing there at all. Yeah, basically my trolls are trying to flag all my streams now. Okay, they
Good.
are. My trolls are trying to flag all of my streams.
Good.
For nonsense.
Good. We hate
what
you.
I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this
We hate you. We hate you.
stream down. I'm going to make a new one. And we're just going to do that, so that way you can super chat again. Because it says they keep flagging my streams, and it's not true, but the AI is dumb, and the AI falls for it. So if I turn the stream on with no pre-stream music or whatever, and I'm just sitting here talking to you guys, it'll work. Okay? So give me a second.
Go on, end it, and then they'll flag it again. Let's do that. Let's play the flagging game.
Here's what we'll do.
End it, and then let them flag it again.
I want to
Flag
set it
it
up so
again.
this does not send you guys to another stream.
Mm-hmm.
We'll fix this. I'm just gonna make a brand new stream, and you join, and it'll be fine. Okay.
I like how he's trying to act unbothered, but it's really worrying him. He's trying to act unbothered and chill about it, but he's not. He's never chill. He's never unbothered. He's really worried.
I just don't want it to send you to the other stream because the other stream says it starts at 7 p.m. But I got to figure out how to turn that off.
Great content, by the way.
Okay.
Great content.
There
Great
we go.
content.
Needed that.
Great
Save.
content. Great content, by the way.
All right, so here's what's going to happen. All right. I'm going to...
Big up Big Booth. I can't imagine this guy working a regular job. He'd be complaining about everything. That's what we want to see, though. That's what we all want to see. That's the end goal. The end goal is to see him lose everything and have to work, because he talks shit about a regular job as well. He acts like he's better than the regular job. Why would he ever do that? He's high and mighty and shit. It will be such a humbler. It probably won't humble him because, you know, he's got an ego the size of, you know, whatever. But it will be interesting and funny to see him come back on stream and complain about regular work things, because he's so twisted and tapped in the head. It'll be so funny to hear him complaining about his manager telling him to do something, colleagues that don't like the way he talks or acts and shit calling him out, and him getting his knickers in the twist. It'll be fucking hilarious to hear his like workplace story complaints. I would love for that. I'd love for that to happen. It's probably unlikely because his dents are, you know, just as dedicated as he is, but it would be interesting if it did happen.
Shut the stream down. We're just gonna have a new stream I'm gonna make right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We can't wait. We
need
can't wait
everyone
to
to
see it.
go over to this stream. In fact, you know what? I can just do it right now. Hold on. I know exactly what to do. Don't even go anywhere, guys.
Go on, tell us.
I'll set it up so you'll automatically get sent over there. Okay?
Yeah, you're gonna redirect it to a new stream. That's funny. Good. Let's just do it all on stream while everyone's watching. Look at the gamer face. Look at that gamer face. Look at that face. Jesus Christ. That's the face only a mother could love, innit? He's so ugly, innit? He's so fucking ugly. That hairline, the shape of his head, such an odd feature. I still think, I'm still of the belief he definitely dyes his hair, but doesn't dye his beard or his eyebrow because it's too obvious, but I'm definitely sure he dyes his hair. It's a bit odd how his hair is jet black, but then his beard is like that. So I think he's definitely does dye his hair. But yeah, what a weird looking dude. Even just, I'd imagine up close in person, IRL, his skin must look, because his skin looks crazy pale on camera, because he doesn't go out, right? Because he's meant to be Italian and Polish or whatever, but he doesn't look it because he doesn't go outside. He stays indoors, doesn't leave his house, if ever. Maybe once a week or something like that, if that. So I'd love to see what he must look like in person, because if he looks this pale under lights and shit on camera, imagine how much paler he must look in person. Fucking hell.
Here we go. So here we go. Let's do create. Go live. Here we go.
Okay, great. Show us. Let's just all sit here and watch you do that. No problem. Great content. Yep, great content. We're loving this, by the way, Dark Side Phil. Thank you so much for this. Pum. Great content, DSP. Great fucking content. Thank you for doing this for us.
You know, it's a good thing that it happened the other day, so now I know exactly how to just fix the problem rather than have a whole stream where no one can super chat. Because I know you guys want to super chat and you can't.
I know you guys want to super chat.
Here.
He's acting as if he's doing it for them, like as a favor. I know you guys want to super chat, as if it's not him panicking that he's not gonna be able to hit his goal. I know you guys want to super chat. Shut up. Oh Jesus, pardon me. You guys are begging me to super chat, right? You're begging. Come on now. Let's go.
Yeah.
Nothing. You're just gonna sit here and set up the stream.
This stream that you're watching me on right now on YouTube is
we get it. We get it.
Also on Kick, the stream will end.
We get it.
But what'll happen is it'll restart. What's gonna happen is YouTube is gonna kick you guys to the other stream. Okay?
We get it, man.
YouTube,
Just
because I'm
do
going
it.
to end this stream and YouTube's going to pop up. It's going to say, hey, go to this other stream. So just go to that stream. We'll sit there for like a couple minutes. It should be fine. And then people can super chat and then we'll start with the game. Okay?
Okay,
So
we
I'm going
get
to
it.
turn the stream off right now, everybody.
Do it, man.
Thanks for chilling with me on this little pre-stream. And I'll be back
So
in a minute
long-winded.
with the real stream.
The real
That
stream.
will be monetizable without these idiots, okay? All right, I'll be right back, everyone.
Please,
Cool.
someone hit it again. Please hit him again. Okay, now he's ending. Is it ending it now? Come on. Jesus Christ. How long is this going to
No,
take?
it's the usual.
Okay, there you
What
go.
people do is they try to flag the stream with a million things. And YouTube's AI is completely stupid. YouTube's AI is awful. It's written by a bunch of idiots. They think they're smart. They're some of the dumbest people on the planet. Okay, just being honest. Their AI is so bad.
How do you know they're dumb? Why do you know the AI is bad? Like, well, what are all these? What are all these assumptions? What are all these generalizations? What's going on here? And how much smarter are you than the dumb AI? I'd love to know.
It seeks out things that don't exist. Previously, they tried to tell me that a clip of Alan Wake gameplay, all right, which was just one of my highlights that I put into my commercial breaks and pre-streams. They tried to say that the Alan Wake gameplay was nudity. There was no nudity. It's AI. AI doesn't know what it's doing. Okay, it erroneously flags things. Okay, so now what's happening is every day, you know, these idiots are trying to flag my stuff, and most of the time it doesn't work. But every once in a while, the AI is stupid and falls for it, and then the stream
Everyone
gets
else is
flagged,
stupid and not
18
except
plus,
him.
and then you can't super chat. You can still do a membership. Obviously, you could still tip. This doesn't affect Kick at all, but people like to super chat, and they can't super chat if it's flagged 18 plus. Okay, so I started a new stream. This is fine now, and you know, since it's just gonna be me talking and us playing Battlefield, it should be fine.
Okay.
But anytime you're doing literally anything else, you know, it's stupid and might be dumb and think that something's going on that's not going on. If their AI is atrocious, you know.
I hope he gets flagged again. Please get flagged again. Please get
It's the same
flagged
thing.
again.
Sometimes you're playing a game and the video gets flagged. It says it has a song in it. There's no song. It's not the song that they're flagging you for. Literally, isn't even in the video or game you're playing.
The things that he moans about, like most people, this happens to everyone every day. You just file a counter notice, whatever, and you just keep it moving, man. It's not that big of a deal. He complains about everything, bro. Just whining and bitching and moaning like fucking hell. Man up, man. It's not that deep. Okay, YouTube flagged your fucking video by accident. Flagged it by mistake. Just respond. File or whatever, counter notification, whatever that fucking thing is, and keep it moving. And usually more often than not, it kind of goes in your favor anyway. He's such a baby.
The AI is so bad, it just stupidly thinks there's a song in your content that you're not using. And then it says, oh, well, you know, content ID. Well, no, stupid, there's no song. You're an idiot. That's what happens when you run websites with automation and robots written by morons instead of humans actually doing work. That's how YouTube works. It's a piece of garbage.
Sure.
Okay. Well, the Hawaiian shirts returned. We haven't seen them in a week. And Battlefield 6 is amazing. Yes, I already said I want them back. The problem is it's been too warm. Now, right now, it's 79 in my office.
He's not wearing them again because everyone's taking the piss out of how he wore them. The Kino Casino guys did a whole thing about how he wore them and how ridiculous he looks. You're never seeing those shirts again.
Okay, but the sun's not out. If the sun comes out, it's going to end up being 85 to 90 degrees again. Okay, and there's nothing I can do about that. Right now, it's going to cool down. In the next week or 2 weeks, the temperatures are supposed to dip dramatically, and if they do, that means that it will never be warm in here. I'll be fine. And in reality, if it actually does get cooler in the next week or two, I probably won't even have the Hawaiian shirts. I'll probably go to my fall attire, which is more of the nice button-downs, pullovers, and stuff like that.
You can definitely tell he has tism, innit? My fall attire. Like, shut the fuck up, man. He's definitely on the spectrum, innit? My fall attire. Like, what? When it called, like, this obsession with the weather and these fucking snortful, the unnecessary details of his wardrobe. Like, what?
I'm stuck in this weird in-between flux.
Are you okay?
Where normally it would have been, you know, they're not all Hawaiian shirts. Some of them are just, you know, short sleeve dress shirts. over undershirts. That's what I wear during spring and summer. But I had to stop doing that because I took the air conditioner out of the window, but then it kept being hot. So I can't sit here with double layers when it's 90 degrees outside. You know, I'm sweating. I'm sweating bullets. So that's why. Now, we'll see what happens this week. Today, I very well could have worn it, but I don't trust the weather. They claim it's going to be rainy and cloudy all day, but I don't trust them. I really don't. I think that they might be full of nonsense, and that we may end up having
detractors
hot weather today. So that's why I'm just wearing a regular T-shirt. Okay.
Fantastic content, man. Fantastic content. Fucking hell. Big up the people that clip him, man. Big up the people that clip him. Because even the clips are excruciatingly boring to get through. Big up Snort Hogan. Big up Blood Clot Snort Hogan. Make sure you check out their channel. They fucking kill it when it comes to DSP. Let's move on. Let's go to the video that I wanted to check out, which is the one about Bert. Let's go. Bert Kreischer finally realizes he should
feel
quit.
like podcasting is over.
Yeah, let's check this out. Big up podcast cringe. Big up Blood Clot podcast cringe. Bert Kreischer. Bert Kreischer finally realizes he should quit. Let's see.
Guys, do you feel like podcasting is over? You feel like, why are we doing this?
Yeah, you're right. You guys are leading me down a path of despair.
It was fun. It was fun while it lasted. But let's just let Rogan do it, and then let's all just go back to doing stand up. I don't know why we have podcasts. I was so much better looking when I was younger.
You think so?
I could more chicks now. If I wanted to, I could just tear up.
Yeah.
So I have money.
Yeah.
I mean, is that hard? You're married.
No, not at all.
Okay. Let me ask you, Bert. If you got.
What a weird thing to talk. Like, big up Bobby Lee for asking that question though, because why would you even bring that up as a married man? And he shut that down instantly, so quickly. And that was such a weird shutdown. That shutdown said everything that he needs to know.
Got a divorce with Leanne, and
she'd have to die. Keep going.
It's hypothetical, man.
I would not get a divorce with her.
All right, but
I would murder her before I got a divorce.
Okay.
I would murder her and get rid of the body, and then stand at a podium and be like, I'm so lost.
Hypothetically, though.
Okay, hypothetically, we get a divorce and I murder her.
The most toxic man in comedy is back, reminding everyone just how dumb, drunk, and delusional he really is. I only just dropped a video about how his life is falling apart due to his sleep divorce with his wife Leanne, and how he's struggling to stay alive with all of his health issues. But here he is again, taking things even further by jokingly talking about killing his wife if she ever tried to divorce him. 'Cause, you know, comedian. However, he also had a momentary...
I'm not gonna lie, I know he gets a lot of stick, podcast cringe lately, for his attempts at being funny and stuff and writing bits, but I do like the cause comedian. I do like that. I'm not gonna lie. I like that running gag. Cause comedian.
A glimpse of clarity where he stopped and acknowledged that maybe it's time to hang up the microphone and quit podcasting because, wait for it, they've run out of things to say. There is no doubt in my mind that the guest bears, Chrissy D and Starvey, absolutely broke Bert's brain and shattered his ego over the summer when they covered for him and Tom Segura while they were away in Hollywood chasing Tom's dreams. The popularity of those 6 episodes, followed by the sharp decline in viewers after Tom and Bert came back, was the reality check that Bert needed. And so ever since, Bert's been crashing out harder and harder every week, struggling to cope with the new normal where his popularity is now declining just as fast as his health. But it's not just Bert. The whole comedy world is...
By the way, quick aside. Why didn't they let... Oh, bit up Chris Mack in the stream chat. Well on Chris Mack. Why didn't they let Chris Stefano and Starvey record their episodes of 2 Bears 1 Cave in this studio? Which is, I think this is Bert's studio, right? Oh no, that might be because it's in his house, isn't it? I'm wondering, like, why didn't they let them record it at the 2 Bears 1 Cave studio or this studio? It looked like they recorded it somewhere else, like in a satellite office somewhere. I wonder why they didn't let them record it in there. Were they trying not to let them get too comfortable? They didn't want it to take away from what they do. I wonder why they didn't let them record it there. I wonder.
in disarray. Earlier this week, I dropped a video on my Patreon covering the collapse of comedy after the whole Riyadh Comedy Festival situation, and I'm currently working on a video breaking down Theo Von's crash out. So go and check out the link in the description if you're interested. There is so much happening right now, so make sure you're subscribed to all my channels so you don't miss out on my uploads throughout the week. As for Bert, he made an appearance on the Tiger Belly podcast with Bobby Lee and this, whatever the fuck that is, seriously, what is going on here? Anyway, Bert came up with the idea.
Did she get some work done? Did she get some work done? Is that filler? Did she get some work done, or is that just her putting on some weight? Well, I'm going for this. Did she get some work done? Shit. She looks like, oh, she doesn't look fatter, does she? Maybe that's just a filler. God damn. Okay, fair play.
This, whatever the fuck that is, seriously, what is going on here? Anyway, Bert came up with the idea to see who could hold their breath the longest, which Bobby Lee obviously won, which then led to Bert saying one of the most insane things I've ever heard.
I'm good under pressure, though.
Well, you know why he's really good? Because he has already sleep apnea. And so he probably holds his breath in his sleep, like normally,
Yeah, dude,
for
I die in my
3
sleep.
minutes at a time.
3, 4 a.m., dude, I'm dead.
Really?
For like 20 minutes. Yeah,
and he wakes up abruptly and like his whole body.
Yeah,
like,
and I start dancing.
Yeah.
As soon as I wake up,
I have sleep apnea, but I don't believe I have sleep apnea.
You have it. Dude.
No one does. No one does.
I don't think anyone does. I don't think anyone does.
You have it.
I don't think anyone does.
Look at your.
I think it's bullshit, just like dentists.
But no, but they're not. It isn't bullshit. Do you not wear a CPAP?
No. Okay. Here's the deal.
Okay.
All right. So you're telling me
Talk to her right. Talk to her right, though.
If we go into a technological pandemic, meaning
oh my god,
energy cuts out. Energy cuts out.
Yeah.
And we all have to live on fire and the water that we have in our tub.
it doesn't know anything.
Okay.
That Joe Coy would die.
This makes sense.
He would die.
So Joe Coy would die.
Why?
I think people who.
Hang on.
Yeah.
So just so we're clear, Joe Coy, was it not for him having money, should be dead.
Yeah.
What?
Wow. Wow.
What do you mean?
Joe Coy is
I'm with you, dude. But what do you mean?
Joe Coy
I'm following along now.
is but a gift of technology.
What?
Joe Coy should not exist. Joe
What's
Coy
he
should be
even
dead
talking about?
because without technology, he would not be alive.
It's true.
So what? Are they talking about Joe Coy or are they talking about Bobby Lee? Or is this a joke? Or is he saying that Joe Coy also has sleep apnea? I'm so confused.
Well, I'll explain it to Bobby in simple terms.
Is he on like a heart?
No, because he has sleep apnea.
But such
crazy.
severe sleep apnea. So when you have sleep apnea, you're actually not
my
receiving the
God.
oxygen in your body for extended periods of time.
I have it. Who
I know,
you
over
preaching to
time,
the choir, God?
Your
Guy?
heart becomes
lady.
enlarged.
Preaching on God, lady.
Your heart becomes enlarged. A lot of these things, your memory starts to go, like your body starts to deteriorate.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I have it.
I know, and I bought you the machine.
Yeah, and I don't use it anymore.
I don't use it ever.
Yeah, you have yours.
Crazy to put a scuba diving mask on and then go to bed.
I know.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
As a matter of fact, I think I'd rather be found dead in a bed than alive and with one of
With a
those masks
scuba diving
on.
mask on.
Like it's crazy.
I reckon he probably doesn't like to wear it because it's also like a thing where if I'm not mistaken, a lot of people that have sleep apnea also are fat, right? It's something to do with weight. I don't know what it has to do with weight, but I'm pretty sure most people that I've heard who have a CPAP machine or suffer from sleep apnea are usually overweight. So I think if I was going to guess, I would assume some of Bert's insecurities with how fat he is, which is weird, isn't it? He takes off his t-shirt all the time when he's performing on stage and uses his belly like a fucking weapon, but he is quite embarrassed and ashamed of how he looks. So I think he doesn't want to be reminded of how fat he is by wearing a CPAP machine. That's probably why he doesn't wear it. That's probably why he doesn't use it. He doesn't want to have that, visual fucking representation that he's fat. I think so. That's probably the reason why. But I could be wrong. Or you just plain dumb.
I cannot begin to explain just how brain dead that take is. Does he realize that he probably will be found dead in a bed if he doesn't start taking his sleep apnea seriously? And let's just take a moment to appreciate the sheer stupidity of that logic. He doesn't want to use a CPAP machine because he thinks that we should all be able to survive without the use of technology. So if we apply that stroke of genius to Bert's life and remove all the medications he takes for diabetes, high blood pressure and cholesterol,
Exactly.
plus the anabolic steroids that he uses recreationally, how long do you reckon he'd last?
Exactly.
Bert would literally explode. And I mean literally, not figuratively. Like, he would blow up like a swollen grape and explode into 1,000 pieces. And don't forget, Bert's wife, who he would murder if she ever tried to divorce him, refuses to sleep with him because he won't use the CPAP machine at night and keeps vomiting in his mouth in the middle of the night and waking her up. So now she occupies the upper level and he stays downstairs. And to say that if Joe Coy didn't have money, he'd be dead because his sleep apnea is so bad is so wildly delusional coming from Bert. If Bert didn't have money, he'd be a bum begging for change.
You realize that's not anatomically like possible. You would have to bend your.
That's also maybe why he's got so many fans, you know. Maybe he has so many fans despite being so severely unfunny because a lot of people see themselves in Bert. Because a guy that's Bert but doesn't have Bert's money is just a regular guy, isn't it? Really, you think about it. There's loads of regular guys that drink as much as him, that have an annoying laugh, that tell tall stories and lie all the time, you know, that are in a state of constant arrested development. So that might be the reason why he's got so many fans. People see themselves in him a lot, you know, because he's the one drunkard. He's the one fucking guy from high school who was a bit of a loser, who kind of took 7 years to graduate. He's the one guy that made it, you know, because usually those type of guys who take 6-7 years to graduate college, they usually don't amount to anything. He's the one guy that amounted to something. So he's like a rare, you know, he's rare in that regard. He's an anomaly. So people maybe look up to him for that reason. That could be the reason.
And then push up.
What do you mean?
I think he
To
can do
jam your balls.
Yeah, I use my hands.
And just like pack it.
Yeah,
Like
pack
gauze?
it in there. Yeah.
Would you take your balls from behind, or would you grab like this and shove in?
What do you mean? I don't
take your
understand.
balls from
Would you reach from behind and push in, or would you just reach like this?
Well, it's in from the bottom.
Yeah.
So I'm missionary, and I would just, you know what I mean? I'll do it with my hands. I would reach around like I'm grabbing around.
Guys, do you feel like podcasting is over? You feel like, why are we doing this?
Yeah, you're right. You guys
like-
are leading me down a path of despair.
it was fun. It was fun while it lasted. But let's just let Rogan do it, and then
I know.
let's all just go back to doing stand up. I don't know why we have podcasts.
Yeah.
That's a really accurate and a very perceptive observation there. That's a very good call to make there. Just sat there having another asinine conversation about nothing, and just wondering aloud, like, why are we doing this? Imagine Bert saying that, right? He's made all the money, he's got all the success. He's saying this, but then Brendan and Brian don't. Brendan and Brian don't have this moment either, where they think to themselves, why the fuck are we doing this? They're just like, you know, keep on keeping on.
No one prompted you with a whole shove the balls
Yeah,
thing. That was all you.
No, but you gave me the scenario.
No. This is the problem with podcasting, is we've talked about everything.
I know that's
and
the problem.
Now we're forced to think of things we've never said, and where we end up is shoving balls in a.
Yeah, frogs exploding in the
From
microwave. I mean,
behind.
that's a new thing. I mean,
I swear to God, I've been toying the idea of getting rid of all my podcasts.
Yeah.
Just because it's like I'm not a f***ing broadcaster.
Yeah, me either.
Like, what are we f***ing doing?
Yeah.
What is this?
You know what we should do?
His comedy will definitely improve if he did that. And he might actually become more likable, even. It's weird to say. But if Bert actually got rid of all of his podcasts and he just appeared as a guest on shows from time to time and just focused on his stand-up and his TV shows and movies and stuff, which is still a lot of stuff to do, he actually might be more likable because you only see him in small doses. Like, if he came on a pod that you listen to already, you might want to listen to him and check him out. But honestly, when it's just him by himself, or when it's him on his own shows every fucking week, it's too much, man. It's too much. No one needs that much Bert. Nobody in his own family wants him to be around that often. You know what I mean?
Now, hang on. Now there's a safe search.
It is physically impossible for a person to insert their testicles into a vagina.
Thank you.
Bert has finally realized that it's time to hang up the mic and leave it to Rogan? Hang on, what? If anyone's run out of things to say and needs to stop podcasting, it's tall and funny scientist Joe Rogan. He is at the very top of that list. But credit to Bert for having enough self-awareness to say that.
I wouldn't say but Rogan needs to stop podcasting. I'd say Rogan needs to refine his magic. You know, come back to us. Not be on the fucking, you know, whatever side that he's on now. He's never going to come back because he's getting older, and when you get older, you get more entrenched into your ideas and your beliefs. But he just needs to refine that magic again. He won't be able to refine it. I think those good years are gone, and I just have to accept it and move on. But I wouldn't necessarily say he has to stop. If he refined his magic, I'll be all in. I'll be balls deep. I'll be fucking there. I'll be there. But now I can't remember the last time I listened to a full episode.
Out loud. It's kind of ironic, though, that after all the weird shit he said on podcasts over the years, all the random hot takes and observations, he says it when Bobby Lee brings up an actually legitimate question about whether or not you could fit your balls in there too. I don't know, just saying. It was a question worth asking. I don't know why Bobby caught so much heat for it. And so after they'd all had the realization that they've run out of things to talk about, this is what Bert had to offer.
We've talked so much on podcasts.
Yeah.
Right? I keep repeating the same things over and over again. I think we should, you and I, try to come up with stuff that we've never talked about.
Okay.
And that's, no, don't put...
No.
Well,
I write down ideas for stand-up. I don't never say them in podcasts.
Yeah.
Because stand-up is stand-up.
I think maybe...
Stand-up's where all my original ideas go. And then podcasting is where all this I go. I'd never say this on stage goes.
Yeah, we know, trust me. So essentially, podcasting is where he goes through the motions. We know, trust me. We know. We've noticed over the years. We've noticed throughout the years. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll give you some stand-up premises.
You don't want to hear your act.
No, it's not an act. It's ideas.
What is up with
Don't you have okay, like, I have ideas where I go, this wouldn't work on stage, but it's a good talking point. Like the other day, I'll tell you, I'll give you a perfect idea.
Okay, good.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
I did this on Two Bears, so now I've said it twice. But it's a good idea. Tommy and I are adopting a OnlyFans girl for Two Bears. We're going to have a Two Bears OnlyFans girl.
Okay.
And then we're going to help run her OnlyFans, create her OnlyFans, generate content for her OnlyFans, produce her OnlyFans, and help blow her up so she can make a ton of money. It's kind of like a Kill Tony of OnlyFans, like someone who's good and talented but only has a minute. And you at Bad Friends should do the same thing.
Like, of all the ideas to come up with, of all the ideas, of all the time that you have on your hands, all the resources to execute some pretty funny, interesting things, that's the idea they came up with. An idea that's like, I don't know, they're like 10 years late in it when it comes to the whole OnlyFans managing thing, bringing OnlyFans girls on to do content. They're like 10 years late, maybe more than that. That's the idea. That's the idea he had to write down. He had to stop everything he was doing in his life to write down that idea. Managing OnlyFans, like, and I don't even. It's even a weird thing for Two Bears One Cave. What does OnlyFans have to do with Two Bears One Cave? Do they speak about OnlyFans girls that much on there? I don't think so. Do they even speak about girls that often on there? I don't think so. So it's like a bit of a stretch, a bit of a weird one. Like, is this just like a selfish thing they're both doing because they want to give themselves an excuse to like hang around with like young hot girls and shit? So if you have this OnlyFans thing you're doing, it gives you an excuse for them to be around. It gives you an excuse for them to be in your phone, texting, calling. I don't know, but it seems like such a waste of time.
So after all that self-awareness and reflection on their podcasting careers, Bert brings up his pimp fantasy for the 8th time on a podcast in the last month. This guy is just going from bad to worse. Like I said in the intro, Bert came up with this idea to shake things up when him and Tom came back from their summer break and saw how much the guest Bears, Chrissy and Stubby had ruined the show for them. So he came up with the edgy idea to start a Two Bears OF page and manage some models. And after all the backlash and pushback from his audience for taking things too far and farming for controversy, he keeps doubling and tripling down.
But I'm about to say, I think that's why he's doing it. I don't even think he's being serious. I think he's doing it just to go viral, just to get clicks, engagement and shit. Because this type of topic is going to generate conversation in the comments. People telling you how bad of an idea it is, trying to convince you that you shouldn't do it, took some sense into you, writing paragraphs. The watch time is going to be super high, retention and shit. So I think he's doing it mostly for that. I don't think they're being even that serious.
on the idea. Not to mention the fact that he's looking for girls in their 20s while having 2 daughters in college. Instead of taking a break, getting his health in check, losing weight, eating right and going sober to save his career, Bert's going in the exact opposite direction.
And he could document all of that too, so I don't understand. I know he has this weird thing about like, oh, if he gets fit, if he gets healthy, if he has a 6-pack, let's say, it's going to ruin his stand-up, which obviously it wouldn't. But surely the process of like trying to lose weight or getting on Ozempic would be a fun thing to kind of document. He loves to document himself, right? He loves to fucking record content. Just do that. Instead, he wants to like hang out with OnlyFans girls. Okay.
He's trying to extend his career by playing the 50-year-old predator, not realizing that it's creepy as fuck and not even a little bit funny. Bobby Lee was actually leaning into the idea that they're washed-up podcasters with nothing new to say and trying to turn it into a bit, but of course Bert completely shut him down and went off on his own tangent, repeating the same fucking story he's been peddling around for the last month. At this point, Bert's not even pretending anymore. His desperation has completely taken over. I don't know what the fuck this is, but it's not comedy. He's obviously crying out for help, but also making it worse at the same time. This is why his audience is turning on him. It's not that Bert got older, it's that he refused to grow up. There's a difference. He's stuck playing the same drunk college kid character while everything around him, his health, his marriage, his podcast, is crumbling.
But to be fair to him, to be fair to Bert, because I think sometimes it's almost like a DSP thing, right? That's why sometimes, as much as I hate DSP and I want to see him lose everything, I also can't blame Darkside Phil for being the way he is. It's sort of like what's the word for like when you get you know, like positive reaffirmation or positive, what's the opposite of that? When people like encourage your negative attributes. I think that's what Bert and DSP get, especially in Bert's case. Bert has become a multi-millionaire for being a drunk, belligerent, unfunny hack of a comedian. Let's be fair. He's become very successful, very rich from doing the exact same thing that Podcast Cringe said he does that's annoying. So I can kind of understand why he refuses to change. Why change? Why evolve? Why move on? Why quote unquote grow up when the thing that people are complaining about is the thing that's made you rich beyond your wildest belief? It's a thing that's afforded you many houses, cars, fucking private planes, all this fucking shit. A podcast empire, Netflix shows, Netflix specials, TV, all this stuff. It's because of how he acts. So I get why he's just gonna ride this arc, ride this persona, whatever, till the wheels fall off. He's gonna rinse it. He's not gonna stop. And I get it, because he's been, you know, it's like was it negative reinforcement or something, right? I think something like that, along those kind of ways. So I kind of understand why he's in this position.
And rather than deal with that, he puts on the VR goggles, talks about managing young women, and fantasizes about living in a world where nobody ever says no to him.
You want to see me when I was younger in college? Yeah. Go to Barstool FSU Instagram. There's a picture I just saw myself where I was like, God damn it, what did I do? Good or bad? I was so much better looking when I was younger.
You think so?
I could more chicks now. If I wanted to, I could just tear up.
Yeah.
I have money.
Yeah.
I think he's really overestimating how many women would fuck him. Like he's quite disgusting. But to be fair, I don't know. I think American women, especially American women, are professionals. Like World of T-shirts, Josh Block has groupies. You know what I'm talking about, right? Josh Block, World of T-shirts, he has groupies. He has girls that are like willing to hang out with him for money and clout and shit. Let him fill them up and stuff. I don't know if they fuck. I don't know if they suck his dick or two. But he is not. That guy doesn't wash ever. He's nasty. That human. So there is probably a genre, a particular class, group, category of women who probably would be able to put up with Bert's, like, you know, exploding face, his gut, his breath, the laugh. They'll be able to put up with everything because it's gonna come with a check at the end, you know. But I don't know. I think he kind of overestimates as well his appeal. I think so, across the board.
I mean, is that hard? You're married.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Well, you want to see me skinny?
Yeah.
Oh, type in skinny Bert Kreischer.
That's so cool that you could do that.
Oh, there's one picture that was when I met Leanne. And this is what Leanne married. If you type in skinny Bert Kreischer.
I see it.
Oh, whoa. Yeah.
That's what Leanne met.
That's what she met.
Bait and...
I like how he keeps saying I would have got loads. Like, he was never good looking, to be fair, was he? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter if it's good looking or not, but I don't know, man. Like, in the face, he's always been a bit challenged. Let's just be honest, isn't it? He's always been a bit challenged in the face. So I don't know. I don't know if the body thing would have helped. You know, the face is still what the face is.
Switch.
Yeah. How long did it take you to go from the regular to this?
To this?
Yeah.
I've been working on it for a while. It's funny. I was.
But this looks good.
That was
older.
Recently. That was
older. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty good there.
And then that's me probably the other week.
Yeah.
That
you fluctuate.
That was when I was last on tour right before I shot my special.
Yeah.
But I don't. That's unsustainable.
You know, me and
With the one on the right?
Yeah, the one on the right's just like.
Yeah, what are you eating when you're eating?
Just steaks.
How's that unsustainable? He still looks fat anyway. That's unsustainable. It's probably just a good angle. No? Or am I bugging out? It's just a good angle. It looks like he's sucking in his belly. I'm not gonna lie, it looks like he's sucking in his belly. It looks like a good angle, but how's that unsustainable? That's what you should look like. Like, what? Unsustainable, you know?
Right before I shot my special.
Yeah.
But I don't. That's unsustainable.
You know, me and
With the one on the right?
Yeah, the one on the right's just like.
Yeah, what are you eating when you're eating?
Just steaks. That's it. I only had steaks, and I worked out like crazy.
That's not bad. This is pretty more.
That's that's right before I went on the fully loaded cruise. But more importantly, look at my. Do you see my print?
Let me see. I love seeing that.
It looks kind of big. It looks bigger.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Your balls are huge.
Not anymore. Not since.
This is so weird, isn't it? Like, Bert, you're not that guy. You're nearly 60. This girl looks like she could be one of your daughter's friends. I don't know how old she is, but she seems kind of young. Kalila's oddly quiet and kind of grossed out. Like, he's not really reading the room right, is he? He's not really reading the room too well.
I've seen it.
Bert's the only person I've ever seen on any show on any platform tell the producers to Google images of himself and then provide a running commentary on how his body has changed over time. This guy is married with 2 daughters, talking about how easily he could be getting laid because he's rich now, and everyone just sits there around agreeing with him. I guarantee you if Bert was single for 2 weeks, he'd have more allegations than Brian Callen and Chris D'Elia put together. The only thing stopping him from living out his fantasies are his handlers. That's the real tragedy for our boy Bert. The people around him aren't helping, they're enabling him. Every time he spirals into another gross midlife meltdown or creepy overshare, everyone in the room just laughs along like it's part of the act. And look, I get it. This is what made him funny and relatable 25 years ago. But now it's just depressing. As usual, though, things get worse. Like, so much worse.
How?
This is actually kind of scary, and someone seriously needs to pull him up on this shit. Bert's known for oversharing about his wife and kids. His daughters have asked him multiple times to stop sharing personal stories about them and talking about them on stage and on podcasts, and he's told us all how he shuts them down and justifies it because that's just what I do. But the way Bert talks about his wife in this next clip was not funny at all. The scary part is, he's not even joking.
Let me ask you, Bert, if you got a divorce with Leanne, and
she'd have to die. Keep going.
It's hypothetical, man.
I would not get a divorce with her.
All right, but
I would murder her before I got a divorce.
Okay.
I would murder her and get rid of the body, and then stand at a podium and be like, "I'm so lost."
Hypothetically, though.
Okay. Hypothetically, we get a divorce and I murder her. Go.
Okay. No, she's still alive.
Murdered.
I bring her back to her life.
Okay.
The murder was unsuccessful. She's been able to escape.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
She dropped this.
Okay. Okay. Leanne and I get a divorce.
And then you find out that I'm dating Leanne.
Oh my God.
Right. Let's be real. Let's put it.
Now it's
I call
suicide.
you. No, I call you. Right. And because I'm a man. And I man up.
Yeah.
And I'm real. And I'm gonna be very mindful. I'll look at you right, and I go, listen, dude, I've always had feelings for her, and she, it's been a year. And I go, listen, I love you, dude, and Leanne loves you, and we're kind of family anyway. I'm just is it all right? Do I give your blessing? Get your blessing for dating Leanne? No, be real, dude. We're friends. Look at me right now. Look at hey, my bear friend. Look at me, dude.
Yeah.
All right, we're bros. Look at me right now. Bro. Look at me. I love you so much, dude. All right. Do I have your blessing? What would you do? We're face to face.
What would I do?
Yeah.
Yes, I would give you my blessing, and then I would start a campaign to ruin your life.
Yeah.
I would
Brian
start
Cullen.
slowly with George and Isla. I'd be like, you never call him dad.
No.
Never can call you.
It'd be
call him dad.
Opa.
What?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I'm sweating. I just started.
Yeah.
I just started sweating.
The way he snaps back so fast without even having to think about it, like it's the first thing that popped into his mind when he thought about getting a divorce from his wife, is scary as fuck. Imagine his wife and daughters listening to that and trying to laugh.
It's just in this current climate that we're in, you know, not to be super woke, but in this current climate that we're in, just coming out on a podcast and saying, even in the jokey way, and not even in a jokey way, just putting up, forget the current climate, just putting that kind of energy out there is a bit wild, isn't it? You know, that's the thing I'm thinking about. Forget the current climate we're in. Just putting out that type of energy that you have murderous thoughts about your wife if she ever left you is just, because it's probably not too far from reality, because he probably is weirdly, what's that thing called? He probably does have a codependency issues. He's weirdly fucking clingy and attached to her in a weird way, because, you know, she kind of acts like his mum anyway, right? They have a weird relationship. They're like husband and wife, but they're also like mother and son sort of thing, because he has like a big baby and she kind of maybe enjoys looking after him, and I don't know, enjoys is the right word, but you know what I mean. So they have a strange dynamic anyway between them. There's definitely love there, but they definitely have a strange dynamic. But for him to respond that way is fucking wild, isn't it? And even more so, especially about the daughters too, right? You have teenage daughters, or daughters are both, I think they're both in college now at the moment. Like, I don't think they want to hear you in a pod talk about how you fantasize about killing their mum.
Laugh it off as Bert just being Bert. If I can't have her, no one else can. You don't joke about murdering your wife and then double and triple down on it. And you can tell that he thinks it's funny. The guy will say anything to attract controversy. He has to fill every moment with noise. He even said it himself in a recent episode of Two Bears, One Cave when he was telling Tom that he's always trying to push content out every single week, even if it's not good. Just get it out. The only thing Bert's scared of more than clowns, balloons, and being sober is silence. But the charm wore off years ago. All that's left is a delusional alcoholic who's drowning in his own ego, too self-absorbed to realize the joke ended years ago. Self-deprecating humor is one thing, but joking about
fucking hell, bro. That is a god, isn't it? Jesus Christ. That's pure gluttony. It's interesting how everyone's bodies work differently, isn't it? Like, how does he have a belly that size but no man boobs? You know? Not that much flab on his arms. Like, people in fat work so and even his thighs, he doesn't look that big on the waist, really. Obviously, he's got a bit of a flat ass because he's white. But it's so interesting, isn't it? Like, his chest doesn't really match his stomach. Maybe it's all just liquid, I understand. Maybe it's not all fat, I don't know. Maybe it's all just like thing, but look, even the guy behind him, he's got a bit of a one there too, isn't it? The guy behind him to his right there, he's packing a bit of something there too. But that is crazy, bro.
Killing your wife if she ever tried to divorce you, and how much ass you can get now that you're rich, plus all his gross fantasies that he keeps sharing lately, that's an entirely different thing altogether. At this point, it's not even about Bert being a bad comedian. Now it's just about him being a shit bloke. And as much as I've joked about his decline before, this is different. And it seems like everywhere he goes, he can't escape the haters. The comment section on this episode of Tiger Belly did not hold back. Bert and Kalila, they must not want anyone watching this week. Oh God, he's pushing that OF crap. Can someone just tell him to stop? I'm good. See y'all next week. I made it 5 seconds. Bert got 2 sentences out and I was out. No, can't do it. Not the screeching irritant till next week.
Christ.
Why bring back the energy vampire? Skip. And you know Bert's reading those comments and watching this breakdown video with mixed feelings. He's probably sobbing while replaying all the clips, but then saying to himself, at least they're still talking about me. You know, there's going to come a time when Bert's gone where everyone's going to say, I wish Bert was here, just to pull out a bottle of Porosos and tell...
Yeah, that episode was crazy, isn't it? Him getting upset at the thought of him. I think he was crying at the thought of him not being around when he dies. Like, he wants to be present when he dies so he can see everyone that misses him. It's like, huh? What? He was getting upset at the thought of not being around. How much people are gonna miss me? People are gonna miss me, man. They're gonna... I wish Bert was here. Oh, what a fucking weirdo, man. What an absolutely weirdo. But yeah, big up Podcast Cringe. Big up Blood Clot Podcasty Cringy. Okay? Big up Podcasty Cringy. We like to see Podcasty Cringy. Okay, cool. Let's move on. Let's do a bit of TFATK. Let's do a bit of TFATK. I've not done a bit of TFATK in a while. Let's do a bit of TFATK. Before we move on, let's do a bit of TFATK. What should we do here? What's this one here? A brand new truck and $10,000 in cash. I think we saw this already yesterday, right?
All right, fam, it's about that time. We found our official winner. My boy Blake here officially won the one-of-one custom TRX with a $50,000 in mods. This thing is an absolute animal. Couldn't went to a better guy. He's a dad, father of two. Your two girls won this truck. So not only did you win this truck, and here's the kicker, he only purchased a hat. So not only did you get this bad-ass dad rig, but I'm also giving you $10,000 cash.
Dude, come on.
My man, what a day.
Dude.
What a day.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Enjoy the truck, man. People love it. So
I read on here that he's a pastor or something, right? He's like a pastor of a church or something.
Get ready for a lot of people to stop you, ask you about the truck. Congrats, brother.
Cool.
Yeah, enjoy the truck.
Thank you so much.
All right, fam, that's it. The TRX is out of here. Thanks to everybody that participated. I can't thank you guys enough. This was by far our biggest giveaway. You guys like TRX, you like trucks.
Every giveaway he does say the same thing. This is by far our biggest giveaway. So every giveaway he does for trucks, it's the biggest one. I call cap.
Duly noted for the next one. I love you guys. If you didn't win, I'm so sorry, but it went to a good person. His kids are going to enjoy it, and that's why I do this. More V8s on the road, the better. So hope you guys continue to support.
That's
love you
why
guys.
I do
Thanks so
this.
much. Drive fast.
That's what, like, he's the most selfless man in the world. That's why I do this. I do this for you guys, the fans. I don't even do this for myself. I do this for the fans. Okay, brother. Whatever you say. What else we got here? Truck winner. Yeah, there we go. The truck winner is from Texas. This is the guy. Blake Austin. This is him. Campus pastor at a place called Life Fellowship. He's the person that won the truck. Blake Austin. Let's actually check his Instagram. Actually, I'm curious to see it. What is it? Underscore Blake Austin, they said, right? Underscore Blake Austin. Is it Austin because he's from Austin, Texas, or Austin because his name's Austin? I guess we'll find out. Oh, it's private now. Okay, he's private. He privated that account. He locked it down quickly, innit? After I think the homeless cats came after him. He must have locked it down. Was it public before? Yeah, it was public before, so he must have locked it down. Brendan probably told him to lock that shit down. Okay, cool. Unfortunately, we cannot see his account. It is locked down, and he removed the church he's in, the link of the church and stuff. So yeah, okay. Husband, girl, dad. Okay, interesting. Unfortunately, we do not see it. We cannot see it. His Instagram is now lockety downy. Okie dokie. What else we got here? This weapon know any other Blakes. My boy Blake sent me this. So funny. My name is Blake, huh? Throwback to when Brendan Shaw promised to fly. Oh yeah, do you remember this? This was short-lived, didn't it? A throwback to when Brendan Shaw promised to fly out fans to LA to subscribe to Thick Boy YouTube channel. Yeah, I remember that. They were gonna fly people out. If you subscribe to the channel, they were gonna fly someone to come and train with them or something. I think this is the era of BGL. This is the BGL what's that gym called again? Is it Zoo Culture, whatever? Bradley Martin's gym. I think it's that era.
We're gonna pick a winner at 25K subscribers, which we're at 20 now, so that should be any week now.
There he is. There's BGL there in the background. There's BGL there. There's BGL loitering there in the background.
So every 25, we're gonna pick one fan, fly out to LA, work out with me and the boys at Zoo Culture, and
that's it, Zoo Culture, yeah, Zoo Culture.
Sit in on a podcast, whether it's Find the Kid, Keen and Sting, Below the Belt, Food Truck, Calabasas Fight Companion.
All them shows are gone now, isn't it? All them shows are gone now. The only show that's still there is TFATK. All those shows are gone. He had a little empire he was going on, didn't it? They're all fucking gone. They're all defunct. And what's that other show he did one episode of? What, was it Grabbing a Slice? Slice of Slice, whatever it was fucking called.
Pick. It's your choice. So every 25, someone's gonna get flown out.
One eternity later.
At damn near 50,000 subscribers, we said every 25,000 we're gonna fly a fan out. So it's long overdue. We randomly picked our boy Sheldon. And when I say fly out, I mean he took a long drive from Orange County. Yeah, I know, he's from Orange County. Oh, it's not a plane. Shut up. He's here. He's working out with the boy.
You can't keep getting away with
it. He didn't even fly the kid out from Orange County. He let him drive down. Right, great. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Oi. Always been a Dodgers fan. Yeah, man. This has to be an American thing, isn't it? This has to be. Because how has he gotten away with this, being somebody that's involved in sports and been around sports and been around other dudes? Is it because he fights? Because he used to fight, people are just scared of him. How as a man has he gotten away with this all these years? No one calling out the fact that he's such a bandwagon fan. This has to be an American thing. Because in most men's social groups, this will get shamed out of you. It's like when you first wear a half and half scarf, yeah? Your friends, your social group should shame you out of it pretty quickly if you wear one of those half and half scarves. So I think the fact that he's never been shamed out of this behavior makes me believe that maybe there are some people out there that are okay with this. In every picture, he's wearing a different team's hat, a different jersey. Like, how do you own so many different team hats? Like, what? Why do you own all these? Like, why? Why do you own so much random team memorabilia and merch? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's so odd. It'd make more sense if he was not into sports. You're just wearing them for style. But you're obviously into sports. You want to signal to people that you're a watcher of baseball, you're a watcher of football, whatever you're into. It's so I don't know. I find it bizarre beyond belief that this is something he's been able to get away with his entire life. This should have been shamed out of him. He should have been ridiculed. He should have been mocked. He should have been laughed out of every fucking dressing room for having so many different bits of kit from different teams. Like, how does this work? How is this possible? Look at him. It's just absolutely insane. And now he doesn't do it so much because he's in the car thing now, right? So I think part of his car persona is to not have a lot of things. He wants to appear like minimal or appear low maintenance, so he doesn't wear a lot of fancy things. But if this was during his era when he pretended he was a sneakerhead, you'd have seen a different jersey every day. He doesn't do it too often now, but Jesus Christ, man. It's just odd. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Big up Stoic Savage. Exactly. Full kit wanker. Exactly. Bandwagon culture has gotten bad over the years. Big up Salaziz. Nah, man, it's a Papa thing. He doesn't have a male social group. That's a good point, actually. That's a very good point, Salaziz. He doesn't actually have male friends anyway, does he? His only friend is Callan. They don't even hang out. Exactly. His only male friends are what? Callan and Chin, really. You know, maybe he would say Tim Kennedy, but that's not really a friend, you know? That's like someone you met in the podcast circuit. But yeah, you're right. Maybe that's probably why. By whom he has no friends, he has no social circle. Jack Donahue, exactly true. Americans at times will be loyal to a certain player if the player gets traded to another team. Yeah, I get that, Diana D. We have that here too. Like, people who are fans more of players and teams. But I don't know. You just follow the team, innit? You don't. I don't know. It's like, how many teams does one player move to? Not 7, not 8, not 10. Like, I would love to see in his wardrobe how many different team franchises, whatever pieces of merch he must have. It must be over 50 at least of different teams, and about half of them he will say, "Oh yeah, these are my so and so. These are my this. These are my that." Like, these are my Bills, my Buffaloes, my Red Sox. My, like, what? How do you follow all of these teams? Like, I could even cut you some slack, because in America your thing is different, right? So I can cut you some slack. I don't like it, but I could agree with you if you said to me, "Hey, I have an East Coast team, I have a West Coast team, I have a college team, and then maybe you have one team that you follow in one of the majors, in one of each major sport." But Brendan has more than that, you know. I've already named maybe probably 6. Maybe you could follow, kind of. Also, there's not enough time in the day. How do you follow all these teams? There's not enough time in the day. How do you follow all this shit? It's so odd. It's so odd. Anyway, whatever. I'm spurging out over nothing. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, does it? Cool. Let's continue. Marketing genius. Where's this from? Oh, this is from his Instagram, isn't it? Probably. Let's go to his Instagram. It's a day late. I probably missed it. It's a day late, but let's check out his Instagram anyway. What are we missing out here? Oh, there is a food clip. So that clip is out then about the food that he did, right? Okay, cool. So let's see. So, okay, we've got this. What's this about? 78 GMC Jimmy with the chop. What's that? With the chop master. Chop Maestro, aka El Chapo, aka Square Body Boy, Mr. Zachary. Who's Mr. Zachary? Who the fuck is that? No idea. But let's just check some of the pictures. Oh, he's still got those ugly shoes with the dices on them. Okay, cool. Of course he's got a Gearheads t-shirt, isn't it? Of course he's got a Gearheads t-shirt. Of course. What are you seeing here? Is this a video? Of course, what, of the car making noise, I'm assuming, right? Gearhead t-shirt is fucking hilarious. Hold on 1 second. What the fuck was that about? Was that a burnout? Hang out with your kids, man. Honestly, go hang out with your kids. Go and hang out with your kids. What's this? Okay. Great picture, by the way. Nice and funny. Okay, GMC trucks. Cool, man. I guess he's buying more trucks then. The internet in the TFATK studio doesn't work. Chin's always complaining about the internet not working correctly or properly. But he's always got money for the trucks, innit? It's so funny, man. So funny. What's this? Is this about his kids or something else? Stopped by my LA fans practice. LA fans practice. This is what it looks like when a under 10 team watches the Dodgers win in the playoffs. Okay, cool. We don't care about that. This, I guess, is the content he's doing with the Chin, right? Brendan takes Chin to his best barbecue spot.
It's the best burger you ever had. You get the wings.
This is the first time Chin and Brendan have probably been out socially ever, you know? This might be one of the first times they've ever been out socially ever.
You get the brisket, the ribs, let you try out.
Chin's iconic alcohol shaky hand camera stabilization and effect there. By the way, you've seen it, all the jitters. Chin's what we see in these vlogs, basically. We're getting a feel of what Chin does on these vlogs on there. We see his little shaky hand. The tremors are fucking brilliant, by the way.
This is my go-to. This is the all-American burger. Brisket, cooked rare. Any other way? That's the way I do it. Yeah, any other way. stupid. This place isn't for Brian Callen.
Brilliant content, by the way. Brilliant content. Jesus. Yeah. Big up the person. Best exactly. Best barbecue in Texas and orders a burger. Classic. Love. Look at Chin's reviews. Love the extra content, but is there anything in this video that's in focus? You haven't watched Chin's reviews, have you? Who's this person? Who's this? Big up JBL. JBL, you need to watch Chin's vlogs, mate. If you're used to Chin's vlogs, you'd know what you're talking about. You'd know that the answer to that is yes and yes. Chin's a good. Okay, cool. Oh, fucking brilliant, man. Is there anything in focus? Nah, mate. What you see is what you get. Oh, that's fucking brilliant. Okay, got him, my person there. Cool. Oh, that was fucking brilliant. What else do we have? Papa talks to a chombi. Okay, I can't play that. It's gonna get me copyright strike. Raja facing up to 7 years. Maybe B Schaub can draw. Yeah, we saw that already. Can't wait for the next episode. Yeah, what's happened to Dry Fast All Gas, isn't it? 6 months ago. Jeez, it's dead, isn't it? Dry Fast All Gas, the brand is dead, the channel is dead. Like, he does all his car content on his Instagram now. He doesn't even do it on the YouTube channel. He doesn't even put up the Instagram content on YouTube. It just lives on Instagram. So yeah, Dry Fast All Gas is dead. It's actually dead. It's gone. It's finished. Defunct. There is no more Dry Fast All Gas. It's finished. Sure. To be fair, it lasted longer than I thought it would. I'm not gonna lie. It lasted longer than I thought it would, because I guess in a way he's still doing Dry Fast All Gas because he does the raffles, he does car content. So in a way he's still living the Dry Fast All Gas lifestyle, and the brand is still somewhat relevant and functioning, operating, sorry, in a way. But the channel is dead. There's no more builds, no more new trucks, nothing. Maybe he ran out of money, or maybe he ran out, I don't know. But there's been cars after this, right? He's bought cars after his Humvee. He's bought that Range, that Jeep and shit. So he has bought cars, but then I guess he realized that to keep this channel going, you have to just keep buying more cars and doing them up. And that just kind of costs money, and there's not enough space to put them in. So maybe that's why, I don't know. But yeah, Dry Fast All Gas looks like it's dead. Last upload was 6 months ago. And look at the views as well. Not the greatest. Random listener buys a Thick Boy hat, wins $10,000, and what's that? And the Thick Boy employee who moved halfway across the country to work for Papa needed a life-changing surgery costing $10,000. The team could only raise 2/3 of the money and eventually fired him. Sorry.
So now,
oh yeah, true. That's a good point. I think he's talking about George, right? Yeah, I think this post is talking about George. Keto George.
Not only did you win this truck, and here's the kicker, he only purchased a hat. So not only did you get this bad ass dad rig, but I'm also giving you $10,000 cash. Dude. Dude. Come on, man, what a day. Dude.
BGL must be pissed right there, isn't it? BGL seen Brendan held some random guy 10 grand. You must be so pissed.
Thank you so much. All right, fam, that's it.
I know you don't try, but Brendan, you have literally, just by being you and the human you are, inspired me into really shaping like who I become as an adult and as a man.
You the guy who lost the weight.
Yeah, I saw you after Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah. Are we gonna get surgery and get rid of that skin?
I'm trying. It's
How much does it cost? How much does it cost?
10 grand.
It's kind of, oh my god. Oh my god. It's kind of wild when you think about they fired him, you know. It's kind of insane when you think about how it ended for Keto George. He actually looked up to Brendan. He actually idolized Brendan. He looked up to him, and Brendan fired him. We're on a tight ship over there, Thick Boy, isn't it? There's no passengers at Thick Boy. There's no passengers. You have to earn your keep. But then to be fair, the 10,000 he gave to that guy that won the truck wasn't 10,000 for him. I don't think that $10,000 came from him. That $10,000 came from whatever brand, whatever company that is sponsoring or fronting the money for the bills and all that shit. You know, because there's definitely a company that's involved with the truck giveaways, and Brendan's just fronting it, acting as the host and getting his, like, I don't know, presenting fee. But he pretends like he's building. You know what I mean? I think that's what's going on. I think that's what happens. I think there's some sort of company that does, or maybe they're doing it to like farm or to collate a lot of personal information about people when you sign up for the raffle. But I think that's what's basically happening. So that money wasn't something that came out of his own pocket, but still the optics are terrible, isn't it? This kid needed 10 grand to get his life-changing fucking skin whatever surgery. They couldn't do that, but he could give some random dude a truck and 10 grand. Great. Or it's not even random dude, the guy he probably knows.
He's looking at
You being serious? Yeah. I'll tell you what, I definitely got a third of that.
Yeah!
Hey! Let's find some.
There we go.
I'm also in. I'm also in.
We got 2/3 going on.
Find the next third. You hit me up. I got fucking 3 grand, 3.3.
Yeah, I got 3 grand.
I can definitely get you that.
I'll do 3. Yeah, so 3.
Yeah.
George's getting emotional.
Yeah, he's getting emotional.
That's crazy. So we need another 3 to get this done. So we need another 3 to get this done.
They gotta make you a new belly button, everything. Hey, you got a lot of people coming through here. Just know I'm good for 3 grand.
Okay, we got 6,600.
I'm good for 3. He's good for 3.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
If it's 3 grand to me, why wouldn't I want you to live your best life in your world? Yeah, that's what you want for everyone.
Hell yeah.
All right, I'm going to celebrate a birthday party.
Awesome. Thanks, Bert.
Let me know when I owe you.
Yes,
Let
sir.
me know when you need the surgery, okay?
Yes, sir. Love you, Bert.
Love you, brother. Good. Congratulations on the weight loss.
Thank you.
yeah.
Super inspiring.
What a sweetheart.
Fucking hell, man. They re-emphasized it. I forgot. I didn't know how many times they re-emphasized it. You see how fucking Brendan slipped out there, didn't say nothing. You see how he slithered out there. But at least says like, hey, hit me up. You know, still not the right way to go about things. You know, give him your fucking details. Tell him who to hit up in your team to get the money and shit. But still, Bert was like, hey, hit me up. Brendan just slithered away in it. Didn't say nothing, just slithered away.
I'm in for 1,000. Love you, bro.
I'm in for 1,000.
Oh yeah, let's talk about. Oh yeah, George.
Yeah.
Let's talk about George for a sec, guys. So there's been a lot of misinformation.
I hated the way Brian also stepped up and spoke for Brendan like a dad, like some cuck. You know what I mean? Like protecting him. He doesn't ever do this. And then suddenly like, oh, I'll protect you. Like fucking hell, Brian, man. You know he fucked him over. Like that kid got treated. He got treated so badly, man. For doing what? Just for being a fan.
George did not get fired.
No.
George was asked. You need somebody with more experience in right now as Thick Boy's expanding into different areas.
Yeah, we need a like full producer.
Not a
like
22-year-old.
No.
Right. Lex, who runs the company,
CFO,
offered him something else.
Like if those don't work out, he can come back here. You know that it's always open. I love George. I talked to George probably more than anybody in here besides you.
Yeah, and I talked to him too, and we're gonna.
I talk to him every day.
I'd like to give a special thank you to Brendan Schaub.
Well, guess what? Brendan Slawler just called George and they let him go. Said they can't afford to pay him. What the fuck? Wow, George has to figure out how to get back home. On weight, what little savings he has. Wow, life is really strange, and so are people. Fucking. Oh, what a piece of shit. Man. What a piece of shit. Like, even if you need to fire the guy, right? Let's just say they have a reason to fire him. Let's just say the reason to fire him was justifiable. Like, just do it in a better way than this, innit? Like, do it with a little bit more respect, a little bit more decorum, a little bit more class, a little bit more sensitivity, a little bit more understanding, tenderness, whatever. Not the way he did it. Like, fucking hell, Brendan. Was that it? Yeah, I think that's it, right? Jesus Christ. Ay, 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 ay. Big up Keto George wherever he is. Big up Keto George wherever he is. Big up fucking Keto George. Cool. What else we got here? So Ed Gaines. Yeah, he keeps saying the name wrong, isn't it?
Favorite time of the year. If you haven't checked out the new Ed Gaines show.
Ed Gaines is he's balls deep into serial killers, right? Allegedly, he's balls deep into true crime, but he doesn't even know how to pronounce some people's names correctly.
Time of the year. If you haven't checked out the new Ed Gaines show.
Ed Gaines
on Netflix, Jenners, you're really missing out.
It's a biopic or something, right? Or is it an actual
No, it's
movie?
it's a series. I think it's 3 or 4 part series. Ed Gaines. It irks me. They keep calling him a serial killer. Not a serial killer. Only killed 2 people. Figure it out. That's not the definition of serial killer. Weird dude, no doubt.
It's not the definition of serial killer. It's just you can't even pronounce words. Oh, marble mouth, isn't it? Always.
That's not the definition of serial killer. Weird dude. That's not the definition of serial killer. That's not the definition of serial killer. That's not the definition of serial. Not definition of serial killer. Definition of serial killer. Definition of serial. Definition of serial killer. Definition of serial killer. Weird dude, no doubt.
Death for a serial killer. Death for a serial killer. Big up Ed Gaines. Big up Ed Gaines. All the gains Ed had. What's this? Bean cheese. What's this here? Oh yeah, big up that joke guy. He's fucking incredible.
And nobody talks to the Chipotle people. There's no conversation.
My favorite.
They listen to the same shit 8 hours a day, right? Steak, beans, cheese. Go on.
Beans and cheese.
I've never seen anything like this. It's like you're not even...
Beans and cheese, that's a callback to the Gringo Poppy. One of the biggest stand-up specials of all time, so the crowd recognizes, hey, that's a Brendan Schaub bit. A great homage to one of the masters.
The crowd recognizes that's a Brendan Schaub bit. A great homage to one of the masters. That's fucking hilarious. Bean cheese. Oh, big up him, man. He's fucking brilliant. And big up my favorite Sebastian Maniscalco too. Big up him. Gringo Pappy has returned. We saw that. Today, real organic comments on TFATK shorts. Thank you for your creative energy. Your videos always bring me pleasure. Your channels have become a source of inspiration. Yeah, all the bots, all the fake views. Thriller. Jesus Christ, look at Slowjo out here. Actor J, Juman JB, cool. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. They got her up there. My moving Power Rangers, fucking hilarious. Very good callback, by the way. Look at the t-shirt, by the way. I love Tom Rogan's fucking brilliant there. Nice t-shirts. Oh, by the way, yeah. Definitely lower the volume on your headphones for this one. I already watched this. Definitely lower the volume on your headphones, please. I beg of you. Definitely lower the volumes of your headphones. Take off your headphones. Lower the volume of your speakers now. Okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, what are you doing tonight?
Yeah.
Come on over.
Fake address, bomb setup. And a day later, she's like, I know what it was. I'm like, dude, you don't even know what you're doing?
Yeah. Jesus Christ, bro. He's worse than Burr, isn't he? He's legitimately worse than Burr. Like, what the fuck? Nothing in that short 30-second clip should warrant that sort of reaction. That sort of quote-unquote laughter. So cringe. So fake. Fucking hell, man. He might be worse than Bert when it comes to the fake laughing and shit. Honestly, fucking hell. Ay. He gives you his birth. Honestly, if a police officer pulled him over and told him to give him his personal details, he'd probably start busting out laughing too. He gives the police officer his fucking date of birth. He starts cackling. Recites his name or spells his name. Starts cackling after every letter. Like, what is wrong with you? Are you okay? Anyway, Unedited, I'm not gonna say that one. That one's that's the dildos one. Yeah, let's not play that one. Delphia calls out Callan. Delphia calls out Callan. I want to see this. What does he say here?
Just if you're a friend, be a friend. That's it. Just be loyal. You know, these people, even the people that, like, when people, you see all this stuff happen in Hollywood, somebody goes through something, whether it's fucking accusations or whatever, and then everyone's like, well, I don't know. Yeah, you do. You know your friend. You know what they did. You know what they didn't do. Fuck you. Dude, don't be a fucking bitch about it. Don't be like, well, I wasn't in those rooms. Shut the fuck up, dude. You know what kind of person your friend is. You're lying.
And so this is what I'll say. I always knew Chris as a ladies' man. I have never, and I'm going to say this, I have never seen or heard of him doing anything illegal, ever. This is as shocking to me as I'm watching this happen. I don't know what to think, and I don't know what to say. I'm just at a loss. I'm at a loss, and I'm praying that what I'm hearing isn't true. Maybe that's the best way to put it.
I can't talk.
We've never been on the road with him. I was on the road with him about 14 years ago once when he was just beginning, but I've never been on the road with him. So I don't know. I don't know what to think, and I don't know.
What a coward, isn't it? What a sniveling coward of a man, isn't it? And then on that same day, he started deleting mad pictures. That's why there's not even if you go on Google now, to this day, there's not many pictures you can find of Brendan and Callan, really, of Brian Callan and Crystalia. It's all the same ones. The ones you would have been able to find on his Instagram are all gone. They don't exist anymore. There was loads on there before, like 10-minute podcast era, early TFATK era. He had so many pictures because they hang out all the time. They used to do this thing where whenever someone was performing, remember they used to do this thing. They did this thing where if one was performing somewhere, they'd pop up and surprise them on stage. They just walk out. And the crowd would go crazy because everyone knew that they were really close. So if you're a fan of Callan, you'd know who Crystalia was. And if you're a fan of Crystalia, you know who Callan was. So that each kind of like, walk out randomly on each other's shows. So to say they've not been on tour together on the road is very deceitful in a way, right? If that's the right word to use. Because technically maybe they haven't been on the road together, but they've definitely popped up in each other's shows on the road, They may not be on the tour together officially, but I've definitely seen them on the road for comedians means just going down the street. It doesn't only mean like going across the country or going overseas. It can just mean doing a fucking series of club gigs around the place that you live. So to say that they haven't been on tour together is very, is a twisting of the truth. But yeah, going back to what Crystalia said though, I think I understand why he says this because he's the one that suffered through what he went through, even though the victims that, were abused allegedly by him probably are the ones that suffered the most. I'm not necessarily sure I have any patience or any willingness to fucking treat Crystalia as a fucking victim. No sympathy for him whatsoever. I understand how he feels, in that he feels like he got betrayed. But he also needs to be sensible. He also needs to be grown up and think to himself, if the shoe was on the other foot, what would you have done? We can all sit here and call out Callan for being a coward, call out Callan for being a fucking shitty friend, for throwing Chris under the bus, blah, 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 which is all true. For having, the spine of a jellyfish, which is all true. But let's also be real. If that happened to Callan first, which the karma, by the way, is beautiful. The karma is always beautiful. Crystalia gets cancelled for being a PDF. Brian Callan goes on his show. Instead of calling him first, he goes on his show with Brendan and they cry over on camera for the views and for the clicks and shit, and to obviously get in front of the story. And Callan then in that diatribe decides to throw Chris under the bus and kind of completely disavow him. And then guess what happens only a week later? Only a week later after he disavows him on his podcast, deletes all pictures of him on his Instagram, and then lies about why he deleted it. When he's confronted and says, oh, I deleted it because I didn't want my daughter to see whatever nonsense, right? So whatever. Only a week later, he gets cancelled for, the rape allegations that came across him. So they both got dealt with. But let's be fair. If Brian Callan would have got cancelled first, the way that Crystalia did, would Crystalia have come out strongly and defended him in public? whilst Chris D'Elia was trying to go for, at that time he was trying to be a proper actor. He was training a bunch because he wanted to put on muscle and get ripped and shit, because he wanted to, you know, do more action movies or stuff like that, thrillers, whatever they may be called, and take those serious roles. Do you really think Chris D'Elia would have threw away his career to try and exonerate Brian Callen? Of course not. So although it was fucked up what people may have done to him, he's understandable that if the shoe was on the other foot, he would have done the same thing. And then on the flip side, to continue that, he wasn't accused of like embezzling funds. He wasn't accused of not paying his taxes. He wasn't accused of shoplifting or something. He was accused of being a PDF, running a fucking cult-ish type of thing going on, abusing loads of women. Loads of accounts of women came up with, about all the abuse that they've suffered over the years of Chris D'Elia. So the allegations were heavy. So for him to expect his friends to defend him with those type of allegations, that just goes to show you just how much of an ego and how delusional and how narcissistic he really is. If he really thought his friends should have stood by his side with that level of allegations beside you, like, nah, that's too much, bro. You got to clear your name in a court of law. You got to do what you got to do to clear your name, and then once your name's cleared, then you can start judging people by how they decide to link up with you or not. But expect people to just jump out at the beginning and just like say, nah, this is not. It's like, come on, bro. Come on, man. Use your sense. Use your common sense. Use your brain. Please, use your brain. I get why he's upset. Well, I get that he's upset, but honestly, his anger is misplaced. His anger is, in my opinion, misplaced. But what do I know? Absolutely nada. Cool. That's TFATK done. Let's move on and do Apologia Comedia. Then I think I'm going to duck out. Where is it? There's a new Apologia Comedia that I want to check out with you guys. We got everybody watching, by the way. If you're watching and you're liking what you're seeing what you like the stream, please. The likes are a bit measly right now. So if you can like the stream, that'll be stupendous. I'll be forever grateful, forever humbled, forever whatever else the words are, forever. Yeah, so smash the like button for me down below. I'll appreciate it. Smash subscribe, hit all that good stuff. Yeah, let's go.
Like the comedy mothership is so tight knit,
right?
And it's I also heard it's not a fun hang if you're an Austin comic.
What, the mothership?
If you're not like in with Rogan and his crew, if you're coming up, it's not like the Cellar. The Cellar, you could sit at the bar and feel awkward.
Yeah.
I've heard the mothership, you have to get past Navy SEALs to get into the green.
I love Rogan. I love the club. I think it's perfect, and I don't know what you're talking about.
I have no idea, and every time I go there, I feel joy in my heart. The only club that when they go...
I feel joy in my heart. Some of the comments hate Bobby Kelly, but I find him funny. He's a funny dude. What's going on with Dan Soder lately? Is Dan Soder not like in the group, in the inner circle? I thought him and Rogan were cool. He's been calling out a lot of Rogan stuff lately. I feel like I've seen a lot of clips of Dan Soder going in on the Austin scene, talking about Rogan and shit. What's happening with Dan Soder? Has he been kicked out of the group? Is he not part of the Incra? He's not part of the Cool Kids anymore. Is that why he's letting it? He's letting it loose, letting it go.
Oh, do you want to? I go yes. Before they even say, and then I feel joy.
Yeah, and he swung me. I'm all in on Trump.
Oh my God, dude.
Smart guy.
It's been over 2 years since Joe Rogan opened the Comedy Mothership in Austin, Texas, and with it came a migration of aspiring comedians chasing the American Idol version of instant fame. Rogan used his massive platform to brand Austin as the new comedy mecca, a place where everyone was welcome.
Hold on, what's that title say?
Rogan used
Austin has been happy comedy. Austin's a comedy mecca. Have you noticed comedy scenes expanding? Ask Austin.
His massive platform to brand Austin as the new comedy mecca, a place where everyone was welcome.
2021 rolled around. There was like 15, 16 world-class comics living in Austin.
I want to see that thread. What do people actually say about that? I want to see that. Joe Rogan's been hyping up Austin. Joe Rogan has been hyping up Austin. Reddit. I want to see. What do people actually say about that? What did they say? Let's see. What did they say in the Ask Austin subreddit? I would like to know what they actually said 4 years ago. Joe Rogan has also said that... Okay, cool. Joe Rogan has also said that young and healthy people don't need to bother getting the COVID vaccine. Is this really anyone that puts stocks in their thoughts of his opinion? He's a nutter. I heard on Greg Fitzsimmons' Sunday Papers podcast, TV Affair, Matt Gibbons is 50%, is full 50%. that a comedy club manager in LA was leaving and coming to Austin to manage Joe Rogan's club. But Cap City is closed. Cap City is reopening in Domain. Joseph Rogan has acquired what is used to be called the one. I have not noticed a big difference yet, but it does seem to be looking up. Our long-sided comedy club closed during COVID, but is reopening soon in a new location. Losing that was a huge, as it was where the most touring comics, would be interested in going. Cap City's back, new club. I think if Austin were to focus on adding more training centers, it would certainly help a lot grow, see the scene. What Chicago has had in other comedy hotspots don't have is one, a ton of training centers like Second City, IO, Comedy Sports, Annoyings, to name a few. A fuck ton of open mics. Granted, the CTA public transit makes doing 5 mics a night possible. No real talent agency industry, so comedians feel comfortable coming here and working out their kinks. Okay. Up here has sparked my question was I was heard 2 comedians in the Tony to complain. Tony was not well received and is not well received through his past actions by Austin comics. Wow, really? Okay, so not the verdict isn't great. Let's go back to the video. The verdict isn't great so far. Let's continue.
Platform to brand Austin as the new comedy mecca, a place where everyone was welcome.
2021 rolled around, there was like 15, 16 world-class comics living in Austin.
Wow. Big up PP Yummy. Dan's an OG pothead. Rogan's just a poser. Probably.
Oh. And then I was like, "F it, I'm buying a club." And Ron talked me into it. He's like, "You got to get a club. We got to do this." Because, you know, he knew I got a bunch of money from the Spotify deal. So I was like, all right, let's do it.
He knew, or did everybody know?
And so then in 2022 or 3, I guess, we opened up, and it's just been gangbusters ever since. And now it's like, this is the hub of comedy in the country, which makes it the hub of comedy in the known universe. It's all here.
Okay, relax, bro. Relax. 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 Relax.
In Texas. It's all at that club, and it's all walks of life, man. You know, everybody likes to use that term inclusive and diversity. Well, our scene is diverse and inclusive, but everybody's great. It's only diverse because they just happen to be, everybody's diverse. We're all, you know, you get artists, they're all different, weird people. And what we didn't seek that out. It was just what happened.
He convinced several of his buddies to make the move too, capitalizing on the hopes and dreams of comics who think a 1-minute set on Kill Tony will be their golden ticket to fame. But it didn't take long for fans and comics to realize that the mothership and the whole Austin comedy scene isn't exactly what it was hyped up to be. Like Dan Soder said, if you're not part of Rogan's inner circle, it's not a cool place to be. Not only that, but the mothership has swung so far to one side that it's become hacky.
You know when like you're hanging out with another comedian, he says the N-word around you for the first time?
Yeah.
I like that. That's a little trust that I'm in this circle.
Here we go. Let's talk about this real quick, okay? I'm not with that you guys are doing in Austin.
What do you mean?
Well, let's be real. I don't like some of the words you guys use freely.
Like what?
It's like edgelord shit. It's like
not all of it.
I know, but it's becoming so hacky to me that 100%. People you guys use these words just for the shock factor.
100%.
It's like I'm not into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think the R word sometimes, but I would never say the N word.
It seems like the vibe at the mothership is the way it is because of guys in.
That's the exact type of guy or the exact type of scene that Bobby Lee used to complain about right back in the day. He felt kind of outside the inner circle and at the comedy store. I think that's the whole reason why he thought Rogan hated him, because I guess he was always visibly uncomfortable or kind of felt a little bit out of the group whenever those guys would come around, the bros, right? So that's the same type of attitude, the same type of jokes, personality that this guy has, the newer generation. So that reminded him of it so much.
Tony's circle, like Ari Matty, one of the few lucky comics who actually built a career off of Kill Tony. Tony, of course, is one of Rogan's closest friends and hosts Kill Tony live at the mothership every week. When you've got a right-leaning roast comic sitting at the top of the hierarchy, that tone trickles down. Since Tony throws around derogatory words like confetti, a lot of comics there start thinking they can do the same thing. And before you know it, the whole thing turns hacky and starts pushing away comedians who are moderate or left-leaning.
Done the mothership?
I have.
You have? You like it? You enjoy it down there? Did you do Kill Tony?
No.
No.
Andrew Santino's a little bit of a shit stirrer too, by the way. He's a bit of a gossip, isn't it? He's a little bit messy. He tries to act like he's not, tries to be all funny and shit, but he's a little bit messy, isn't it, Andrew Santino? He knew exactly what he was doing. Watching this back now, he knew exactly what he was doing with this line of questioning. That's his friend. He probably knew or heard that she hadn't had a good time. You know, he kept probing, acting all oblivious and naive. But that guy's messy. Andrew Santino's a messy guy.
You didn't like it down there?
You see the adjusting of the sock?
You can be candid. Who cares?
No, I didn't like it. I didn't like the vibe at the mothership. I got in trouble for being in the green room, apparently.
Oh, you did?
I got a security guard took me into the green room.
Took you right out.
And I was like, hello. And then apparently after I wasn't invited in. So apparently Joe was mad at me.
That you were there?
That I was in the green room.
But he knows who you are. You've met
before?
No,
he doesn't.
Oh,
I
you
met
never
him that day. I got up. I go, hello, how are you? Great club. And then apparently I was ousted the next day.
Wow.
But I don't like the vibe there.
Joe Rogan in that green room, man. Like, relax, man. Fucking hell. That's the real club, isn't it? The mothership is just the outside. The real club is that green room because Joe is like militant, isn't it? It's like he's so possessive. He's so weird with the like so what? So comedians aren't even allowed in there unless you know them or unless they've been given, you know, permission by you directly to go in there. Like, fucking hell, Rogan, relax, man. Let her hang.
I don't know. I mean, also, I'm like, he could have just been like, get the up and like, your club.
Yeah,
your club, your rules.
That's right. Yeah.
But it wasn't that. It was the vibe of the. I did it again last year. It's the other comedians.
Mm-hmm. You don't like it?
It's very F word. Weird. It's that women are stupid, women are unfunny, women are.
I haven't disagreed with one thing you've said so far.
It was very misogynistic and homophobic, and I didn't like the vibe. Then I had to listen to comics make fun of another gay comic for 15 minutes. Justin Martindale murdered, and then a comic went up after him and just said he's a piece of 15 minutes. I was like, this is bizarre behavior.
Made fun of the previous. Made fun of him
after he murdered.
I'm sure a lot of people think Steph Tollef is just being too sensitive, or maybe even trying to go viral by trashing the mothership. But honestly, her concerns seem valid, especially when Shane Gillis agrees with her.
Comedy movies are back.
True.
In a big way.
Pendulum swung.
Pendulum swung.
Pendulum's fully swung.
Maybe too far. Head down to the mothership, you go, oop.
Yeah.
Pendulum's maybe swung a little too far. Not everyone has to say it.
True.
Every single set.
So yeah, if Shane says it's happening too much at the mothership, then it's definitely happening too.
Apologia Comedia loves Shane Gillis, isn't it? That's his goat. You know how I like Sebastian Maniscalco? I think all channels have their guy. I don't know who's Unique's guy. Unique does Unique have a favorite comedian? Mine's Sebastian Maniscalco. Apologia Comedia loves Shane Gillis. Who is Podcast Cringe like? I don't know, actually. I can't think about it. Who does Two Easy to Try like? I think most channels have their one person who they adore. But I can't think of who Unique would like. I don't think Unique even likes. He doesn't even like stand up. Unique, doesn't he? That's why he finds it so easy to rag on Brenda. He doesn't like stand up. He wants to see it all burn. Big up Unique. One video at a time. He's gonna make it all burn. We got fucking Unique.
Too much. One of the biggest knocks on the mothership is the green room. Once you're in, you're hit with an overload of toxic roast jokes, all trying to outdo each other with shock value and overused slurs. And you can only join in on the fun if you're one of the top comedy assassins in the world.
And the best thing about the green room is how restrictive it is. You know, that you just can't go in there. You know, you're just not, you got to earn that spot in the treehouse, you know, and so anytime.
But isn't that weird? Aren't most comedy clubs, if you perform at the comedy club, you can go in the green room. But in Rogan's comedy club, it's not like that. If you perform, it doesn't mean you can go in the green room. Or maybe if he didn't ask you specifically to go in, I don't know, it's just a strange thing. It doesn't make sense to me. So comedians who perform at the comedy mothership can't go in the green room. Or maybe what that woman said was that she was a guest at the comedy store, at the mothership, sorry. But Rogan didn't know who she was. So Rogan assumed that she was some journalist or something for the Wall Street Journal, God forbid, or something, right? I'm assuming. It just seems such a weird thing. I swear the green room is meant to be where all the comedians go to run away from the regular people. Now he's making that restricted or restrictive. Like, huh?
When you open the door, you'll see, you know, some of the best comics alive sitting there talking about stand-up comedy and, you know, writing jokes and laughing and having a good time. But, you know, that's our little space, man, and it is the greatest thing on earth. This wasn't designed to be a commercial for the mothership, but it sounds like one.
Yeah. That clip right there says a lot about why it only took a few years for the mothership to lose its luster. It's basically the brainchild of Ron White and Rogan. They had all these grandiose ideas about making it a comedian's paradise. What it actually turned out to be is more like a comedy club straight out of 1984. Metal detectors at the door, no phones allowed, and you get escorted into the super special important green room by armed Navy SEALs. Not to mention,
yeah, that is true. Big up Big Booth. She does look a bit. She does look a bit vice journalisty, innit? She does look a little bit Rolling Stonesy, doesn't she? A little bit Los Angeles Timesy, doesn't she? Bless her. So maybe off the bat he thought she was one of those people, you know, CNN or something. You know, yeah, she does look a little bit like that. Maybe her look didn't help her. Maybe.
all the Animal Farm style rules they created apparently only apply to thee, not to them.
Wednesday night, Ron White had his friend that he claims she's funny. I'm sure she's a nice lady. And anyway, she just didn't belong. You can't follow Ron White when you're an amateur. You just can't. You can't. You got to be touring, rock solid, like a set up punchline, bam, 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 good premises. You got to be good to follow Ron White.
You see how rigged the game is? Ron White got some woman that he's maybe fucking to perform after him at the fucking mothership. You see how rigged the game is? Fucking hell.
She was not, but then she came and hung out with us in the green room. I gotta go up next. So Tony's on stage killing, and the first 5 minutes he's just roasting her, and I'm back there, and she's like making excuses and talking. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get out of this room. He dragged her into the green room. Now she's back there, just coughing bad comedy at us. Like, oh no. I'm like, oh no. So I start playing music loud. I'm moving around. I'm shadow boxing.
A comedian who actually performed at the mothership got in trouble just for being in the green room because she wasn't invited. Meanwhile, when Ron White brings in some hack comedian friend, it's totally fine. At this point, I think Rogan has done too many smelling salts and too much alpha brain. In his mind, the green room is this sacred Chris Rock level only zone, when in reality it's just one of the 3 comedy clubs in a mid-market college town. The nightmare stories never seem to end. The guy from Channel 5 News did Matt and Shane's secret podcast, then went to the mothership with Shane and Lemaire. His fans started overwhelming him, so he went to the green room to escape, but Rogan kicked him out almost immediately.
So that night after the podcast, Shane had a set.
To be fair, I like this Channel 5 guy, but I think he deserved it. I like this Channel 5 guy, but I think he deserved it. He was doing a little bit too much. Like, if your fans are making you whatever, just go, leave, go to the back. Why do you have to go to the green room? Why are you asking as well? It's a bit strange, you know? If someone takes you back there, fair enough, but you asking to go there, he set himself up for failure. So I think his kicking out was warranted.
At the Mothership Comedy Club. So he invited me, and in between sets, I'm chilling at the bar downstairs, and I'm getting like lightweight blown up by fans, which is fine. You know, I love fans. It was chill, but I was kind of like in a more relaxed headspace. I wanted to just doze off, you know, listen to comedy, chill. And so I told Lemaire, I'm like, yo, can I go upstairs to the green room? I'm trying to, you know, kick back and, you know, lay low for a bit. He's like, man, I could take you there, but just so you know, Joe Rogan's a bit territorial about that green room. Like, so it's at your own risk. And I'm like, dude, no way, it's gonna be fine. Joe Rogan's reacted to like 7 of my videos because Jamie always plays them, so I'm like, it's gonna be chill. So me and Lemaire take the elevator up to the secret green room at the mothership. There's 5 comedians in there, all in their mid-20s. Everybody recognizes me except for Joe Rogan. So everybody's dapping me up. Lemaire says, hey, Joe, it's my homie Andrew. Shake Joe Rogan's hand. I put some popcorn in the microwave, which I felt like was establishing myself as a member of the green room. And then
This I don't like at all. You invited yourself somewhere. You get brought in there by a friend as a favor, and then you immediately start making food. This is some white people. This is some lack of manners, lack of instruction as a child. I don't know what the fuck. Who told you to do that? That was unacceptable. That was completely unacceptable.
I turn around and I see Joe Rogan like yelling at the security guard, and he's yelling, who let this journalist in here? Kick him the out. I could hear Joe saying this. I guess somebody told him that I was like a journalist, so he maybe thought that I was a Daily Beast reporter that had snaked my way into his safe space to ask him about ivermectin, which is a valid concern. So before I could even get kicked out, I was like, Lemaire, I gotta get out of here. And I walked down the stairs and went back into general population.
I think if Rogan could take a step back and actually think about what he's doing, he'd probably feel like an idiot. Callahan is a real journalist, one of the most famous and respected journalists on YouTube. Not to mention he had just done Matt and Shane's podcast and came to the club with Shane. But sometimes you don't even have to be in the green room to get kicked out. Tim Dillon brought his opener to the Comics Paradise and he bombed. So Rogan made Tim Dillon personally kick him out.
Intensity of the mothership. I bring my opener, young guy from New York. He goes up. He's having a rough set. I'm praying. I'm going, I hope no one is watching this. I feel an energy behind me. Rogan is standing there watching him bomb like this. And then we walk back in the green room and Rogan goes, he's bombing, man. He can't be here. And I go, I know. I'm getting him off right now. And I literally, I run at him and I go, light him now. He gets like, what's going on? I go, light him now. And this is the worst nightmare of anybody, right? I go, listen, he got off. He goes, yeah, it was a little tough. You're still smiling. I go, no. Here's the thing. I go, you got to go right now. He goes, what do you mean? My bag's in the green room. I go, yeah. You got to get out of this club right now.
Joe's security is going to kill you.
Joe is unhappy and it looks really bad for me. Get the out. I've worked years. You get the out of here. He goes, where do I go? I go, I don't know. Just walk around 6th Street. He's like, it seems dangerous. I go, get out of this club.
There's a chance Joe's going to you with a crossbow if you bomb.
Joe literally looked at me. He goes, he can't be here. And I go, I agree. You want to kill him? Kill him right now. We'll break his legs. Get the Navy SEALs. Let's shoot him in the face.
I know Tim Dillon sold out for a seafood tower with the vice president, but he's still one of the few comedians who is somewhat honest. He's also one of the few in the Rogan sphere willing to say that Austin is trash. He even moved back to LA not long after relocating to Austin.
To give Rogan a little bit of a excuse here, when he said he can't be here, did Rogan mean he can't be in the green? Because Tim Dillon sees Rogan in the green room after the set, after he's up and does bad or does badly. Did Rogan mean he can't be in here, as in he can't come to the green room, which is still a bit fucked up, or did he mean he can't be in this club? I don't know, but either way, it's still a fucked up thing to do, knowing full well that, you know, Dillon brought him there. Like, leave? Like, why is he leaving by himself for? Jesus Christ, Rogan! As if no one has a soul. Well, everyone has a bad set. Everyone has a bad set. The mothership has to just leave immediately. is that how they run their place there?
Most comedians, though, still bite their tongues when asked about Austin. They don't want to upset Rogan, even if they think it's ridiculous that so many comics uprooted their lives just to follow him there.
What's New York's take on Austin?
Oh, it's a punchline, for sure.
Really?
I like Austin. I like the mothership's great. And
you have to say that.
Yeah,
really.
I know. Shane's down there. It's I like Brian Simpson. I like I like all the guys. But
the extreme move out there was ridiculous.
I would never move there.
I think the move out there was ridiculous.
I think
it's 100 people moving there to try to get one of 8 spots available at Mothership.
And they keep saying, "Hey, it's a boom, a comedy boom," but it's one club.
One club, and the Creek in the Cave. There's Creek in the Cave and Cap City. That's it. Really? Everything else is a bar.
Yeah. You've got to hand it to the comedians who didn't buy into the...
Very, very, very good point. Very good point. Like, I don't know, man. My pride and my ego won't let me do it. The only way it made sense if you're one of those comedians coming up like Derek Poston. If you were like a Derek Poston level comedian, I think uprooting your entire family and life to Austin to follow Rogan would have made sense. You know? I don't know what level of Derek Poston is, but you know that kind of like, I don't know, podcast producer fame, that might help you. But if you're like a big adult, like a man, like Tom Segura, like moving to Austin for the mothership is insane. But I don't know how many of them moved to specifically for Austin, or they moved specifically, or they moved partially for the taxes and shit. I don't really know, but yeah, I found the whole thing to be weird when it happened at the time that it happened. You know, very, 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 very strange.
the hype of the Austin comedy boom and actually stuck it out in LA and New York. It had to be tough resisting Rogan's pull. But for guys like Bobby Lee and Santino who stayed put, it's frustrating watching everyone else leave because Rogan needed 8 comics to staff his club. Santino was especially annoyed by the pressure he got from Joe and the whole get out of LA narrative.
It's also because, like, Big Brother Joe is there, and when he left, Rogan was, like, trying to tell a lot of us to, like, be like, you gotta get out of LA. And this became a narrative of, like, LA sucks, dude. LA, and all these people were like kind of ringing this thing. I mean, you may not have heard this, but that was like a constant.
No, I was one of the people saying it.
Yeah, it was annoying. It was annoying. It was annoying. There's just so many people being like, "Get out, get out, get out." But it's like, I'm not getting out to stream down there. Just relax. Like, so I think that annoyed me. So then I was like, well, I'm not bringing my ball. I'm not going to come play with you guys because you pissed me off. You got to go to this restaurant. This restaurant is the best. You don't think I'm the best. I'm like, I'm not going. I'm not going to eat the food. Just relax.
That's
what it is.
Well,
this annoying, like, you gotta get out of LA, dude. What are you even doing?
That's all I got.
No, he's right. He's right, man. He's right. He's right. For once, he's right. He's right. Andrew Santino is right there. That whole follow along, tag along thing was bizarre. Only a few of them really gained anything from it, to be completely honest. It was a very, very strange thing. And like I said, I think only a certain level of comic would have gained a lot from it. Most of them wouldn't have gained that much from it. And it's just, I don't know. I wouldn't want to be that beholden to somebody, you know? And plus, a lot of them don't even do stand-up anyways. It's a weird thing. Most of them podcasts, they don't really do stand-up. Stand-up's like their secondary, third job, or even fourth. It's a weird place to go. Weird. Yeah, big up Chris Mack. Exactly. That's a brilliant phrase or brilliant saying. I'd rather fail on my feet than succeed on my knees. And most of these, and even if take away my pride, take away my fucking whatever I have going on with that sort of thing, most of these guys have got all they need from Rogan anyway. They've rinsed or they've kind of drenched or dried out that fucking clout from him anyway. There's nothing else to be taken from him. Just let him go to Austin and you do your own thing. You know what I mean? There's not much more clout to be extracted. I don't think. So it was a strange move for those guys. Strange move. And like I said, most of them aren't even comedians. If you're a comedian, I get it, maybe. If you're like a proper comedian, maybe. But most of those guys do podcasting. They're probably podcasters first, comedians second. So to move there to, you know, hardly do comedy, and just the pod is just weird. But hey, that's them, innit? That's them. Big up Apologia Comedia. Big up Apologia Comedia. Comedians expose Austin's toxic comedy scene. Check him out. Does great stuff. Big up Apologia Comedia. Okie dokie, people. I'm gonna love you and leave you there. I'm gonna love you and leave you there. I'm gonna love you and leave you there. We'll be back again tomorrow. For more. But I'm gonna love you and leave you there. Thank you for tuning in. Smash the like button, hit subscribe, all that good shit will be much appreciated. Tomorrow there'll be a Taz. Tomorrow there'll be more random show, all that shit. You shall be seeing me again, probably about the same time tomorrow. But for now, thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe, all that good shit. And I'll see you guys on the other side, which is probably in a few hours later on today. All right, cool. Take care. Have a good one. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll be seeing you guys again if you're around tomorrow. Peace.